Oh, God.
This show fucking sucks, I said.
Unbelievable.
Here we have from Vito.
Unbelievable.
Okay, give me your legal name and I'll file a restraining order, he's saying to this gentleman, he be tooed in the chat. Longtime supporter of the show, engaged guy, Vito, says, okay, give me your legal name and I'll file he's filing a restraining order against him, I guess.
This is a hard left.
Have you ever threatened any of the fans with a restraining order, Sean?
No, I have not.
Kind of seems like a waste of time, doesn't it?
Yeah, but also, I'm not the lightning rod that he is.
That lightning rod is starting to wilt and melt because of too much lightning, I think.
I mean, yeah, ultimately, what's going to...
That's what happens.
What's going to happen?
You got to replace that rod every once in a while. Take it down for servicing, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he seems to... I've been on the show one time, and I remember during the live show, the one in downtown where... I was like, wow, he likes to get combative with the audience. So I assume because he's not like in person. If you're just
go to jail, I'm trying to save your fucking.
If you're just hanging, idea too.
If you're just hanging out with him in person, he's not like that at all. But so I'm like, okay, well, he's doing like a thing, but then he also, if he's melting, then he's not really doing that thing, right? It's taking a personal toll on him.
I don't know. Does this sound like a thing? This is just released. Here's some content that's just released by Riley or Young Clippa. Let me put it in the frame here. This is a recorded conversation between Vito and Riley and Mint. Vito said he wanted to apologize for Mint, so he's been haranguing her to call him all week so he could apologize.
To her?
To her.
Why? What's the background on that?
Being an asshole.
Like to her?
Yeah, to her. Like anytime he argues with Riley, he it brings in Mint's things and insult and laughs about her views and says stuff to Riley like you should launch a comic just because you don't believe in Mint's ability to draw and stuff like that. And it's like okay, that's pretty harsh for people that support you. So he got them to call. He got Mint to call him so he could apologize, but he was secretly recording the call.
Vito
on her, yeah. And then it turns out Riley was also secretly recording the call.
You just can't... Boy, both of these guys, man.
So then Riley said, oh yeah? I'm secretly recording it, and I'm going to release it. All the shit that you've just said on this call, I'm blowing it out there.
So he recorded it for different reasons, basically?
Well, look, if you're recording a call, there's a couple... there's a spectrum of reasons why you want to record a call.
Right. You want to make sure the other person's not lying.
That's maybe a reason.
You want to ruin the other person.
Right. That's the other side of the spectrum.
Of course.
So, I don't know. You can record it defensively. Nixon recorded a lot of calls. Not really known as being a stand-up honest guy.
No.
I'm not going to go so far as to say he's guilty. I mean, he did fuck the country over, but whatever. Reputationally, personally, probably not a stand-up guy.
No, I think he was...
So Vito said, I'm recording this call. Oh, by the way, I'm recording this call, so I have evidence of you saying you're coming to my house and you're going to pour a bucket of pig's blood into the cracks of my car so that the inside of my car is covered in pig's blood.
That's oddly specific.
What do we call oddly specific? Usually a joke.
Right, normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would... It's because it's kind of...
I'm going to stick this Heineken bottle so far up your ass, you're going to taste anti-Semitism, right? Like, that's oddly specific.
Yeah. Heineken is Dutch.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, it still sucks.
Yeah.
Shove this Beck's bottle then.
There you go.
So then Riley said, well, I secretly recorded you. And it's been a 24-hour fucking meltdown. I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to file a restraining order on you. I'm going to call the cops. Here.
This all hit yesterday?
Yeah, here's call 3. I'm not going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
I want you guys to know that now that I have your threats in writing, I will be going to the police to get a restraining order. If you step foot on my property, the cop will arrive to arrest you.
Are they in different states?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll get to that
later.
I'll get to it later. Hopefully we can work it out because I'm going to be honest. The biggest problem in the show is really, really nice, really easy way to make $6,000 a month.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
You know, I got money, but I don't have that much money. I really like $6,000
I was going to ask you. It's
a month.
like, careful. You don't want the lightning rod to melt the building, you know? I mean,
this lightning rod's going to burn the whole fucking building down if we're not careful.
Yeah.
But you got to reel it in, man. You got to stop. Maybe you liked arguing with people in the farm leagues, but it's just too much. You're going too much, man. You got to really pump the brakes hard. Once you're in the recording calls secretly to fuck somebody over and getting fucked over by somebody recording calls, that's the wake-up call. You mean I was going to fuck him over recording a call, but I got my call recorded, and I'm not even in a one-party consent state? Uh-oh!
Yeah.
That's the fucking wake-up call. You want to do subterfuge, fuck people over, trick them, fuck them over? It's great if you win. You know, if I upload shit on somebody else's feed and it embarrasses them, that shows that my mind's in the right place. I understood reality. I manipulated it.
Yeah.
If I uploaded a thing and the thing I uploaded happened to be a message about that I said under like hypnosis, telling everyone I had a small penis, I would say it's time to step away.
Then you're mad at us.
I tricked myself. Was what happened.
Oh yeah.
I duped myself.
Yeah.
I got spy versus spied. I'm out.
Yeah.
Let's do the show.
Good God.
Joining me as always, world touring LA-based comedian Sean, the audio engineer.
He might be worth like $19 million and change. If
My
Friday
stock's
nights is something, It's gonna have to be some kind of repairing of the of the dike.
Stop fucking texting me this gay shit about Riley. I told you to stop fucking with him. He's obviously fucking with you. Stop posting on Twitter that you're going to file restraining orders on people that come to your house. Fucking stop. Have you ever filed one before?
Has anybody come to his house?
The judge is going to no.
Yeah.
People come to my house.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
Yeah.
This is the nexus of people fucking with people.
Right.
Here.
Right.
The judge is going to laugh you into the phantom zone with this. Do you know this guy? Yeah. Okay, how do you know him? Well, I was done a show with him for a long time, and I was making fun of this other guy who wigged out because he said he was going to shave his shoulders. Oh, okay, and what did he say to you? That he was going to take a bucket of pig's blood 3,000 miles and then dump it into the cracks of my car so that the pig's blood would seep into the cracks, and then it would be on the inside of the car. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
oddly specific, as you said.
If you hear him sloshing up, make sure to give LAPD a call. They'll be there in 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh man, these guys.
These guys can't keep it in their pants. But for a day.
That's I'll never.
Yeah.
If this kind of stuff ever happens to me, like for me, that means I've made some very, very poor decisions. Because I'm not like, look, this is more online than I really ever wanted to be.
Yeah,
like it's
dumb.
But I mean, good God, man, like I think that a lot of people, maybe they're not fully prepared for everything that can weigh on them when they put themselves in that public an arena.
I mean, I'm in the group chat. There's 30 people in there. The messages will leak. It's like a fucking mile of scrolling. Don't come to my property. If you come to my property, prepare to. I will call the police. Have you come to my property? Do not set foot on my property. Like, oh my God, bro.
I really don't. I mean,
don't say property. I'll give you $10 million if you can go an hour without saying property. Stop fucking texting me this shit.
Yeah.
If you get 2 texts deep and you don't get a response, stop.
Yeah.
You get 20, you're getting fucking blocked at 4 a.m. Not happening. No, I'm not being reminded of this shit while I'm out with my friends.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Here's another one.
I don't even know how to. So how this all started? They just started fucking jabbing back and forth at each other, or like what's? I always wonder how these things kind of start, and then it turns into it's like a couple jokes, and then Junior's trying to kill Tony Soprano.
Yeah, that's
what I mean.
Is.
It's like,
how did the mafia last as long as it did? With the way guys are the way they like, the mafia has more decorum than the internet. Let me check probably a lot of there's a lot of people waiting to call in.
Okay, and this is all. I like callers.
Me too.
I like callers.
Me too. They're all charged up today.
Well, and they kind of always pay off because some are much less entertaining than they think they are, and some are genuinely entertaining. And either way,
not knowing it.
And either way, it's fun.
Yeah, it is. Did I play this part of the call yet? I will get you a restraining order on you.
No, I think you stopped right where you stopped.
Did I?
I believe so.
But I don't think you can stop Riley.
That's fine. He can go to jail.
It's 30 minutes of this shit. I don't even know if I can listen to the whole.
Why would he come out to go to Vito's house?
Where's he going to get a bucket of pig's blood?
Yeah,
he's going to have to stop in Bakersfield. He's going to have to stop in
like Harris Ranch, or I mean, that's all.
Where I don't know pigs around here.
I don't. I'm sure there are some.
Bakersfield's all cattle.
Yeah, and so is like north of Bakersfield. I think that's all. Harris Ranch is all cattle, right?
I think they're in this. I think they live in the south somewhere. They live on the west. I know they live on the east coast.
How much effort do you think he would put in to coming out? And I'm not sure why Vito
would think that's real.
Well, is taking it that seriously.
Well, when Vito says that Vito goes on and on about how I will fuck kids on Twitter, and we all say he's joking.
Yeah.
And then Riley says I'm going to dump pig's blood in the cracks of your car.
Yeah.
So I don't know who to believe now.
Right. There's callers.
This Riley bullshit. There's a lot of callers. I don't know. Who should I get? Who should I let in first?
I don't know. You know these names.
I'm going to let Dominic in first, and then I'll ask Frog Tony to call in. There you go. Dominic, do you got something to say about this?
Hey, sorry. I don't know. Vito's just being a loser about it. I don't know. I really wish he would stop being so stupid, but,
What do you think is happening?
Not much can change it. Man, I don't know. He's having a full breakdown. That call was super funny to watch, but, I mean...
How many calls are there?
That third call?
There's 3 calls.
It sounded like psychotic, man.
26.
Oh, no. Who's still going?
Describe it.
Oh, Vito's still going on Twitter? I don't care. He says, I don't care if you're a fan of the show. No one is allowed on my private property. You can do whatever you want from the public street, but leave me and my neighbors alone. Bro, he's talking about Riley.
But he's spurring on about Riley.
Yeah, right. But has anybody come onto his property uninvited? And
no.
He doesn't have any fucking property.
I mean, it just I wouldn't think that it's effort. Like I don't.
But this is about Riley.
Riley's in Kentucky.
This is about
Riley's
no,
in
I know,
Kentucky.
but he's putting it out under the guy. Like it's like, well, I'm not just talking.
Riley
about
made
Riley,
a video, and you know how Riley was doing. I'm gonna climb because Eric July called Riley fat, so he's not gonna listen to him. So Riley said, I'm gonna climb up this hill until I'm skinny enough for you to listen to me, and then I'm gonna shave your shoulder hair. Right,
sure.
And then Eric said, "Ooh, that man, he don't mean business.
He's dangerous.
He's dangerous, right?" Yeah. And he went on for a whole year crying about how he's going to kill him, and this is my private business and my residence, and you're harassing me. And then you remember all this happening?
I do.
And then Vito's what he learned from all that was that sounds like fun. I want to do that. So Riley put on this.
I don't think he's having a good time though.
I don't know why he's pretending that.
I don't think so.
I don't know why he's pretending that. Number one, he has property, and then number 2, Riley's gonna come on it.
That's a lot of effort for Riley to come out, and like you said, the pig's blood thing is, to me, insurmountable. It's insurmountable.
I couldn't get pig's blood.
I mean, I don't know a guy.
I don't know a pig blood guy.
I know a guy who can get. Yeah, I mean, I know people who might be able to get things.
Yeah.
But I don't think
I could get human blood before I could get pig's blood.
Oh, sure. I don't think with
homeless are
anybody that I know.
Bro, we were in Long Beach last night. Okay, Dominic, you got anything else to say? I'm going to bring somebody else in here next.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah. See you guys later. I love you, Sean.
See ya. Love you too. Thanks.
Bye. Maybe we'll bring Frog Tony in.
Okay, Frog Tony sounds like
I see a Vito fan in there too for defending Vito.
Or
should we just play the whole thing?
I don't think that's a Vito fan.
I'm going to play
Something
the third
tells
call.
me that's a...
I'm going to play the third call because the first one has Mint arguing, and her talking sometimes is a bit overwhelming. When she gets flustered, she kind of dumps it on. Like,
oh, okay.
All right. The third one is the meat of the call, and then I'll go back and play it if you're enjoying yourself.
Okay.
I'm bring Frog Tony on too, so he can chat about it. Frog Tony, are you there? I want Vito to succeed, and I love doing the show with him, and I think he's funny, but he's alienated. He's really taking a shit on fans, fans who participate. Their skills are very important. Fans are very important. Paying fans are very important.
Yeah.
Fans who participate and lend their skills to the shows are very important.
Dude, how much content has been created by listeners
Writers,
who are just like
researchers? These people are all
the music to the bits to the bumpers to the
very
holy
important.
Shit.
Very
That's what's
important.
amazing about.
They're very valuable and they should feel valued.
I think about that sometimes. I think about this show, how it's a bit. The world is partially created. You know, it becomes like this kind of self-sustaining. Yeah, it's bigger than any one idea or person or people, or it's just it kind of belongs to everybody in a way when a lot of people contribute.
Vito's making the prequels right now, I guess. The other creators who are fans and support the show, bigger creators who are fans and support the show. Vito went on this 10-hour thing about stay off my property. I'm gonna call the cops. Stay off my property. And Ethan Van Sciver just said, "This is crazy. I'm out. I'm leaving this chat." It's like, bro, that should be a major wake up call. I don't know. Is Frog Tony?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. How you doing?
Doing good. I was actually coming in to defend Vito until he woke up and then went off on Twitter and then tried to bullshit me about
Hey.
He's fighting with Riley.
Shit.
He's fighting with Riley.
Wait a minute.
All right, hold on.
I gotta open a track.
Hold on.
You gotta open a track.
Okay. Is Riley here?
Hold on. We gotta.
No way.
Okay. Vito, do you have a mic?
Hang on.
Vito's here.
Test 1, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me make sure we're.
What's going on? Do you want to go over this call?
Okay.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's do it, baby. He says.
Let's get it done. Oh, you got through half of it?
No, I haven't listened to any of
Before
it.
we go to the call,
Yeah, okay.
Hold up. Because I don't know, you didn't see in the Discord, but Vito just called Riley the resident retard, and that we only keep him around to laugh at him. That nobody was siding with Riley.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you, Vito, but a lot of people are siding with Riley.
Not from my
You
DMs.
literally
I'm getting.
You argued with him last night,
Right.
and then you threw me under the bus, and you woke up and said, "Oh, I was just busting your balls, Tony." You're busting my balls when I'm not even around.
Tony,
How is
your comic
telling
looks like
fucking Riley that Mint is 200 times better than my artist busting my balls. How's that busting my balls?
She is a better artist than that
I'm
one
telling
guy.
Riley that he could make a comic because Frog Tony could, so I guess anybody could. I set the bar so
I'm sorry.
fucking low
I'm
that
sorry I
anybody can
busted
make
your
a comic.
balls,
Like,
Tony.
is that what you said?
I mean, the bar is pretty
literally had
low if
people-
Frog Tony is making a comic, but whatever.
You know how many fucking opportunities I've lost because I said, "Hey,
Tony,
friends
I'm
with Vito."
busting
I defend
your
Vito.
balls.
Vito makes jokes on
Oh my
fucking-
God.
Not
You lost
busting my
opportunities
balls when I'm not around, when I'm sleeping.
You lost
when I'm not
opportunities
in the
because I made
conversation.
fun of your
You're
comic
busting
book.
my balls when I'm not in the conversation.
Wait,
How is that busting
oh
my
my
balls?
God.
Tony.
You threw me under the bus and you thought I wasn't going to see it.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what fucking
I'm
happened,
sorry I
Vito.
busted your
you
balls.
You thought I wasn't going to see
Okay,
that shit.
Tony.
You thought I was going to wake up and it was going to be buried under the fucking waves and waves of shit in the fucking Discord.
Wait,
And I
Frog
wasn't
Tony,
going to
wait,
see it.
Tony.
Frog Tony, wait.
Poor
What
Tony.
exactly did Vito say? Because you have a stream. You say the name of your channel, and you do comic streams. Like you're in this comic world, and you're saying that you're making a comic. Is that? And then Vito said, what did he say about that?
Well, I'm making a comic. I got my co-host is he's drawing it. He's in the army, so it's taking a little while. The channel is Frog Tony. We
Okay.
changed the channel to make
He's
it
in the
easier for
army.
me. But we're making this
So
comic.
he's sacrificing for the
We're making
country
this-
that you live in,
Right.
Vito.
You love the
Not
military.
our
guy.
I
country.
support the troops. I support the troops. I've always supported the troops. Always.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of good.
Okay, and then Frog
Yeah.
Tony.
We're drawing this comic. It's like a throwback Stan Lee,
Looks like
Jack Kirby
fucking
era
shit,
comic.
though.
It's a
That's
different
the
style.
problem.
Than
It's a
fucking
different
Vito's.
style. Okay, Tony.
It is. Vito,
Part of
you
your-
literally threw a shit fit because
Tony,
I said your mouth on one
part
of
of
your
your
fucking
comic
drawings
looks like
looked
dog
bad.
shit. I'm
and then
sorry.
you went to fucking Twitter and took every picture you could find from my artist to try to fucking own me in the
What?
Discord.
You did?
We're friends. We're buddies. And you said, hey, instead of going, you know what, Tony, I'll take your criticism. You Eric
But I
me,
won't take
and
your criticism because you
big time
don't know what good art looks like because your art looks like shit.
Everybody who's
What do you
seen that
want?
picture said it looks like shit, Vito.
Bro,
They all
everybody
said
says your
that
comic
mouth
looks like a
fucking
dog shit
ridiculous.
coloring book. What do you want? I'm trying to help you. Get a better artist.
Your version of helping me is to try to embarrass me in front of everybody.
You said my art looked like shit, and I said, well, this is what you
I
think
didn't.
looks
I literally
good.
said the mouth looked a little weird. I said, Vito, the mouth looks a little weird. It looked a little too much, too deep. Maybe your artist could fix that. And then you literally scrolled all the way through my Twitter, finding every single picture you could find.
Because I want people to know that you're fucking up. I want you to fix your comic. It looks bad.
Okay, what time was all this happening? Is this like a 4 a.m. type of?
No, this was weeks ago. This was weeks ago.
That was weeks ago, motherfucker.
Hold on. This is the airing of the grievances for everybody. Everybody goes, oh, Riley wants to go to Vito's property uninvited.
He doesn't. Literally, EBS told you he doesn't. I told you he doesn't. You agreed that he didn't want to go in the DM group. You go, I understand, Tony. Riley doesn't
he wants to come
if
on
he
my
ever
property.
Comes to my property.
Yeah, but
I'll have
what
him arrested.
property?
You literally,
My house.
You don't have a house?
I live in a house. What are you talking about?
Where? I live in a house.
I'm not saying where I live.
You live in a house?
Yes.
That you own?
No, I don't own it, but it's still my property. I'm renting it.
I don't think it works like that.
Bro, it absolutely does. You have...
No, you have to go.
You can have private property.
There's tenants' rights and all that kind of stuff.
That doesn't. You can't go in the house you can't go in the house, but you can go around the house.
No,
I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't think
you can go up to
No,
anyone's
no,
door.
You can go.
No.
Well,
You
look,
guys are dead wrong.
but
you
you
can
know,
go
you
up to
get-
someone's
you
door
get-
and knock on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
door.
And if
yeah,
I
yeah.
say leave,
Yeah,
now
sure.
you're trespassing. It's private property. You can't just...
Yeah, but
can't
you can
sit
you
go
have
down-
to show
there.
up first. You can't
yes.
trespass.
You can go knock on a door.
Riley,
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Riley can
Yeah.
walk up to my door and I can tell him,
could.
you're on private property. Please leave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
he's
right.
trespassing.
Yes. Yeah.
Or, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
And that's what's happening?
Yeah, I told him, if you come onto my property, I'm going to tell you to leave. And if you don't leave, I'm going to call the cops.
You did it. You
Okay.
said if he comes on your property, you're going to have him arrested.
I've already told him.
You didn't say I'm
You're
going
right.
to ask you to leave nicely. You said I'm going to have you arrested. And then I'm going to send all the information to Texas.
Vito,
so
did
that
you
you
see
get
this?
fucked in your Eric July
look the
trial. That's what
same.
you
Come
said,
on.
Vito.
Did you see this art? Somebody compared speaking of
I like this
picking on
art.
artists, but they said that this was similar. Did you see that meme?
What the?
I really like my artist. So, Sean, show Sean the art.
This
real
is the
quick.
art. This is the art from
Hold on,
Vito's
Sean.
comic.
Okay.
Do you hate this?
No, it reminds me of Venture
you.
Brothers a little bit.
It does,
Yes.
it does a little
Yes.
bit.
Yep. Which I
And
love
then
Venture
This was what
Brothers. I
they
do too.
said it looked like. Do you think that's
I
the
like
same
no,
artist?
no,
you
not
don't
the
think so.
same.
I don't think that's the same
That's what
artist,
someone
no.
said. I don't know.
Okay, here's the deal. Is Tony still on the call?
I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
Hey, Tony. Tony.
Come here.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I was busting balls.
Do you know what you're apologizing for?
I busted balls about his comic because I genuinely...
See, this is why it's disingenuous.
I know,
You're
it's
not
disingenuous.
busting
I don't
balls
care.
when
All
I'm
right.
not
Never
around.
mind.
If
I'm
I'm
sorry.
around, we're busting balls.
I tried, but whatever.
It's not an apology.
Because it's just this. It's
That's the problem. That's where this whole situation
Okay,
started,
Tony.
because you don't know how to
No,
apologize.
because you guys... Shut up, Tony. You guys, all day long, you go in the Discord and you go, Vito sucks.
wasn't
Vito
even
sucks.
awake when
Okay.
you fucking threw me under the bus last night. I was sleeping in my bed.
Tony,
I woke up to,
you're
oh my God,
in
did
there
you see what
all
Vito
the
said
time.
about you?
Tony, I can go back through the
12
Discord. Tony, shut the fuck up for 2 seconds.
What do you think the cops are going to do when you tell them Riley's on
Show
your
up and tell him
property?
to leave.
Have you ever called the cops before?
Yeah.
How long did it take him to show up?
Depends.
Do you know how much pig's blood Riley could dump in the cracks of your car before the
That's fine.
He could fill the whole thing up.
There'll be a police report, and he can deal with that however he wants. Okay, here's the deal. So you think it's funny for Riley to come on my private property?
I think it's funny for him to say that. I don't think it's funny.
Why is it
Yeah.
funny to
He's not
say
going to
he's
do
going to
it.
come on my private property? Look,
Why was it
Because
funny
he's not
when he-
going to do it. He literally made a video getting a
No,
rape
I
kit
think he
for
will
Bahr,
come on
and we
my
all
private
laughed at
property.
it because
Okay.
we all know he's not going to do it.
why
Well,
would
we
he
have
not
the
do
call.
it? He says he's going to do it.
It seems like
gonna-
a lot of effort.
He's
Hold
going to
on.
drive
I wanna-
3,000 miles to do what?
I want to be very clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to set boundaries for your fans, and that's fine.
Oh, fuck you. What are you talking about? I don't want to set boundaries. See, this is what you do. You frame everybody's position in this way that degrades and demeans them. You have absolutely no respect for how people really feel.
I absolutely
do. You come at them hard. You go. That's exactly how you've started every conversation.
You're laughing at me setting a boundary.
Yeah, but you started with you don't like setting boundaries for your fans.
Because
I absolutely set boundaries
for
people.
Why are you upset that I'm doing it?
Why the fuck would you frame it like that?
Why are you upset that
because
I'm
you
setting
are
a boundary?
acting like a fucking asshole with everyone who supported you. Everyone.
Listen to me.
You're lying and misrepresenting what they've said to you in private and in public.
I am not.
You absolutely are. /biggest problem.
I am not. Listen to me.
You fucking lied about it the whole time, and now you're going to start lying about fucking me.
What did I lie about?
And I will not let you do that.
What did I lie?
Why Mint is pissed, what Riley's intentions are, why Frog Tommy's pissed,
let's stop with
what
one.
Ethan Van Sciver told you.
Let's do one.
Which one?
Okay,
pick which one.
Okay, I lied about why Mint is pissed.
Right.
She's pissed because I made fun of the YouTube views on her YouTube channel.
I think she's more pissed that every time you fight with Riley, you bring her up.
That's also true.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's not about promotion.
So I'm not lying.
No, you went on Ethan Van Sciver's show and said she's mad because I won't promote her.
I said that was something that came up. That's not the only thing I talked about. We obviously talked about the fact she's upset I made fun of the YouTube channel, which I thought Riley managed, and he does manage.
So what did you tell Ethan Van Sciver's audience?
I told Ethan Van Sciver's audience, I said, yes, they're upset, and my understanding was that Riley manages the channel. Riley comes to me, and he goes, Vito, you don't know anything about YouTube. And I said, well, I think if you knew anything about YouTube, you'd be managing this channel better.
Right.
And then because of that...
What did his audience take away from that?
I don't know.
Well, what did you give them to take... I have the clips.
Okay.
You said she's pissed because you won't promote her. Making her seem insane.
We're gish galloping. We're going all the way down.
We're not gish galloping.
Yes,
I'm telling you, we're not. This is the fucking problem with the we shit. I'm not.
Yes,
I'm being very direct.
Okay, well,
you are lying about why people are pissed at you.
Let me be very direct.
Go ahead.
Let me be very direct. I'm setting boundaries. I have to. And one of those boundaries is I can't have people come on my private property.
No one's coming on your private property? No one ever was? This is part of the lie.
That's not what they're saying.
No, you are acting like an asshole about an obvious joke.
I have
the same as the fuck kids joke. You know what? Stop fucking kids.
Listen to me.
How about that?
When I go in the Discord and Riley's going, yeah, maybe I'll break into Vito's house. Yeah,
and
maybe.
Squat. You're leaving out the squatting part.
Okay.
He's going to squat in your fucking apartment for 30 days?
I have to read multiple messages from Riley.
Yes, you see what I'm talking about?
Sean,
I'm going to break in and squat.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
listening.
taking over Vito's apartment legally. Okay, funny.
I don't know Riley well. I don't expect him to actually do anything.
Okay. I think that there's a very good chance he could come onto my private property, and that's the boundary I'm setting. It doesn't matter what he does. I don't want him there. I don't want him standing there.
Well, you told him to come over.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. We have it in the call that you secretly recorded.
I said, if you come over,
which is illegal, by the way.
I will call the cops.
That was a fucking crime that you committed.
It's not
That
illegal.
I saw you commit.
Illegal. It's not illegal.
Yes, it is.
It is not
illegal. It's a two-party consent state.
Listen to me.
It's a two-party consent state.
It doesn't matter.
Is it two-party
if
or not?
somebody threatens you, you can record the threat. And
there is
no
threat.
He said
there was no threat.
He said in the call.
You didn't know they were going to threaten you when you recorded the call, Vito.
I had
preemptively recorded it.
If you believe that somebody is going to threaten you on a call,
you baited them into it. You literally begged them to call you.
You told Mint to call you so you could apologize.
And the first thing they said,
and you secretly recorded it.
And the first thing that I didn't see, well, yeah, I did start recording
illegally.
it. I started recording
illegally.
It after Riley threatened me.
No.
And I said, now I need to record this because I don't know exactly what these guys are doing. Did you play the part where he screams?
We haven't played any of it.
Play call 1. Why are you on call 2?
Because call 3 is the worst. Call 3 is where it gets good.
Call 3 is where I go on the Discord and I see. Hold on. Call 3 is the moment.
You're on the wrong show here, buddy.
Call 3. You can unconnect it. Call 3 is I deal with Riley on the phone and I go, okay.
Moments
He's
later.
very upset. Can we talk for 2 seconds? Can I explain
I want
this?
you guys to know that now that I have your threats in writing, I will be going to the police to get a restraining order.
Why are you starting with call 3?
If you step foot on my property,
Go in fucking order.
You better fucking watch it, bro.
Show how this escalates.
You better fucking watch it.
Why are you starting at the end?
You better fucking watch it, bro.
Let's put it in order.
You better fucking watch it.
Why are you going immediately to the part where they have been calling me throughout? Start at the beginning. Why will you not start at the beginning?
Do we have sound?
We do here.
Do we have sound or did it knock out? Let's see here. Check. Can you guys hear?
Start with Riley threatening me.
Can you guys hear it?
And then maybe
yes, you can hear.
And then maybe you'll understand why I get heated. Because a guy is calling me saying I'm going to do these things to you, and I
start
off.
You're lying, Vito.
I'm not lying. Let's listen to it. I didn't call them the first time. The first time they called me. What? You were here, Dick. You were in the studio. Did I get a call? Shut the fuck up, Tony. You weren't there. Can you dump Tony? He wasn't there. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's you're really losing control.
Show your fucking call log.
And you're starting to trip out.
People are just lying now. People are just making shit up.
Take a screenshot of your call logs. How's that sound?
You understand that everyone in that group has told you you're fucking up.
That's fine. I'm setting a boundary.
You don't care.
I don't
You're setting a boundary with Ripoff Verse and Ethan Van Sciver
with everyone.
So you just repeat the same shit over and over.
I am setting. Okay.
Everyone says you are fucking up.
I'm not fucking up because this is very important to me. I'm setting a boundary for any fan of the show. For Riley.
Riley's not a fan.
Okay.
Stop framing it with this fucking lie, man. Everyone knows you're lying.
I can't even say what I want to say.
Yeah, you're a fucking victim.
Okay.
I'm not a victim.
You're getting railroaded by a bully.
I'm setting a boundary for
Call the cops. Call the cops because I'm interrupting you.
So then, so you set up.
Can I set a boundary for myself as an entertainer trying to do a comedy show?
Yes.
Don't come onto my private property. That's it.
That's it.
How many times are you going to say that?
Well,
as many times as I need to say it until people stop telling me, Vito, just let him do whatever he wants.
No, they're not saying that. They're saying he's obviously joking. Like we all obviously said you were joking when you said,
if he's
I'm
obviously
gonna fuck
joking,
kids.
If he's obviously joking.
When you said, I'm not joking, I'm going to fuck kids, we all said he's obviously joking.
There's no problem.
The problem that we have is with you.
But stay off my private property.
So he's obviously joking.
Okay.
You're going to keep saying it until that becomes the truth.
I have asked Riley.
You're going to keep saying it until that becomes the truth.
I have asked Riley directly. I said, do you intend to come on my private property? And he will not answer. He has never said.
It's funnier.
He has never. Okay, so a guy says, if a guy cannot tell me, no, I will not come on your private property, then I'm going to tell him, okay, if you step foot on my private property.
When people asked you, Vito, are you going to fuck my kids? You said, I am not joking.
I'm going to fuck your kids.
Okay.
Why'd you say that?
Because it's funny.
Right. We all knew it.
And if that person said to me, if you fuck my kids, I'm going to call the cops. So that person should
go ahead and have the authorities.
Would that be wrong?
That would be hilarious because that person would be a fucking moron for thinking that you are actually going to fuck their kids.
When a guy calls me up
without pig's blood.
Okay, let's be clear. Me on the internet troll posting going, yeah, I'm going to fuck your kids is different from
So when it's Vito, it's okay. Vito can make
Tony,
jokes. No one else can. I got it.
Tony, let him embarrass himself. Go ahead. Say everything
I'm
you
not
want to
embarrassed.
say.
All right. You know what? I don't have to say anything else other than don't come on my private property. It's a boundary.
You've said it like 100 times.
And I will say it as many times as I need to say it.
That's it. That's it. Like to me, coming from an outside perspective, you've made it very clear you don't want somebody to come harass you on your property.
Exactly.
And then I think then there isn't much more to say until that happens.
Sure.
Like you kind of cross that bridge when you come to it.
I needed to make Riley very clear of that because Riley, I don't know exactly what he understands of what's private property and what's public property.
You did when he was bugging Eric July. You said it was hilarious and that everyone knows Riley's harmless and that he's just goofing around and that all Eric has to do is ignore it.
I said, because
it's obvious.
I know when he's
actually, he said all Eric had to do was come outside and talk to Riley with shaving cream on his shoulders.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't believe I said that.
We can go back.
Look,
I'll get the clip and play it tonight.
When Riley
on
is on private or public property, a public parking lot, or out in front of a public venue, that's fine. And if he wants to be on the public street and yell about me, that's fine. It's 100%. He can do anything he wants on public property. I cannot stop him. And there's a public street outside my house, and he can stand there and do whatever he wants.
So you think Riley is not joking
about coming onto my property?
Yeah, or in general. You think he's a threat?
I think that he intends to come onto my property. I don't care what he does there.
You just don't want him there at all.
I don't know if he's a threat or not. I just don't want him there at all.
How many ladyboys are you hiding in your house?
Here's the deal. I need to make this. This is a boundary I need to set for everyone. And if I say, oh, it's okay for Riley to come onto my property.
You never needed to say it's okay. You've just been saying this on repeat over and over and over
because
for like
it's
24 hours.
Because it's becoming a bit for the show. The bit for the show is
it's becoming a bit because you're reacting like this.
I don't want the bit to be it's okay to go to Vito's house and fuck with his house.
No one has done that.
But they're joking about it like it's okay.
Riley's joking about it.
And other people are egging him on.
Well, can you blame him?
Okay, so the fans are egging on Riley saying, yeah, you fuck with his private property. It's cool. Like, you're trolling him. And I'm telling them, stay on the public street. That's it. And I have to keep saying it Because people keep saying, "Oh, Riley, you should do it," or like, "Oh, he's not actually."
I think you're making that up. I think you're lying about that. I think no one has told him to actually do it.
There's so many people posting so much stuff. I can't separate who's serious, who's joking, whatever else. I just have to say, guys, all I want to do in my life is do a comedy podcast, and this is my public life. This is public. All of this.
Yeah.
This arguing and whatever else.
Yeah.
My home is just like, I have to have a place that I can be a private citizen, and that's it.
So fucking kids jokes are okay, but Riley joking about pig's blood in the cracks of your car is not okay.
He can joke about anything he wants from the public street, 100%.
No. But he's not. See, this is why you're such an effective liar. Riley is making jokes about coming to your house. You are making jokes about fucking kids. You see how they're exactly the same?
And if anybody, here's the thing.
Now you're saying if anybody fucked kids, that would be a big problem. Well, yeah, no shit, but Vito's not fucking kids. He's just joking.
Okay, but here's the thing. If I post on Twitter, someone goes, "You're gonna fuck kids," and I go, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck kids." You go,
yeah.
Okay, that's one level.
No,
okay?
that's not any levels.
There's definitely levels of jokes. If somebody calls you up screaming,
that's the worst level. Saying you're going to fuck
Tony,
kids is the worst level. That's why people don't want to associate with you, Vito. You know that, right?
That's fine. If you don't want to associate with me because I need this boundary in my life, I need to be able to separate
this is
my
so
private.
manipulative.
That's not what I said. That's not what I'm fucking
serious.
So manipulative.
I'm so dead serious about this.
Nobody's coming to your house. Riley has never threatened. No. We have a problem with you lying about Riley coming to your house.
Okay, that's fine. But if everybody stays off my property, I'm fine.
You keep saying that like anyone is threatening it, but that's why it's such an effective lie.
It's the most important thing in the world to me.
You keep saying people are coming and nobody is.
Okay.
That's why it's such an effective lie.
Dick,
but that doesn't mean he doesn't. He could conceivably actually think that somebody's coming.
I don't think he does.
I realize
I think he lost an argument with Mint and Riley and is trying to fuck Riley over because he threatens to send this tape to the cops that are after Riley.
But you can't say for sure. I mean, people think things all the time that are gonna like this could to them. It could be real.
Yeah.
You don't believe that's what
I don't believe it's real.
No.
Okay,
then that's because
you're allowed to think
the
antagonism goes to the extremes and then it goes to zero. It goes to the extreme and it goes to zero. Who else is somebody else sound off if you want to call in?
Here's what I have to say is I take my house, my private life, like that's my one place I feel safe. So when I go on Discord,
so weren't you laughing when they came to Dick's house and put that inflatable cow in his car?
Oh, yeah.
They put a cow in your car?
They
did,
yeah.
I
cut the head off of it. Like a Godfather thing.
Weren't you laughing? Did you find that hilarious? And you were like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You weren't like, Dick, you really need to have the cops investigate this and, SWAT teams and everything. You were just like, there's a little thing that happened.
So my house is very important to me.
See? This is why I think he's lying, because he just says the same thing over and over.
I need to make this very clear.
Not just that, he completely avoided what I said. He didn't even acknowledge it, like if what I said didn't matter.
I know.
I need to make this very clear. This is very important to me. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to bring Ralph
I'm not joking around.
Made it clear like 100 times.
I'm not joking around. This is my public
I think
persona
you got a lady. There's a Thai lady boy in your house.
All right. Frog Tony, get out of here. Frog Tony, get out of here. Thank you for calling. Plug your channel.
Frog Tony channel on YouTube.
Tony channel. Okay, Ralph, unmute yourself or whatever you have.
Can I
to
finish
do.
what I was saying?
Go ahead. No one's stopping you.
To be heard. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey Ralph, can I finish saying one thing real
Vito,
quick?
I'm not sure if you understand
Ralph,
what's going on.
Can I finish just saying this?
Yeah,
please?
let him finish. Let him finish his same speech about my house again that he said he wouldn't have to say anymore.
Okay.
Finish.
I'm a public figure on this show. I'm a public figure if you see me in public. If you want to be on the public street, do whatever you want. I have to be able to have one.
What does whatever you want include?
Whatever is legal. If you want to yell at me, if you want to troll me, go. I can't stop you, and whatever. And if Riley wants to do that on the street, if he wants to scream at me or throw pigs, I don't know. All I could say is I need one space where I feel safe. I don't care if that sounds gay. If that sounds retarded. When I go on the Discord. There's a guy in the Discord saying, "Oh, I'm going to break into Vito's house."
A guy you know very well.
I don't know him very well.
Riley, you do.
No.
You've hung out with him.
I've hung out with him. I don't know him very well.
You said you supported him, though. You want him and Mint to succeed.
I do. I think they're talented, and I see people who have talent. And I want.
Did you think Riley was a danger to Eric July?
I don't honestly. Yeah.
Look into the camera and say, "I think Riley's a danger to Eric July."
At this point,
you fucking fraud.
At this point, Riley, the way Riley, here's the thing. The way Riley says things like, "Oh, I'm going to commit." no normal person would go on the record saying, I'm going to commit crime. I'm going to break into your house. I'm like...
He didn't say I'm going to break into your house.
He did say,
no, he didn't.
I want to break... I forget the exact phrasing.
He said, I'm going to commit an increasing series of crimes until I get a refund.
No.
Until I get a $300 refund.
Wait. Did you not see the thing where he says, I'm going to break into Vito's house?
Bring it up. Bring it up. We'll let Ralph talk.
But just real quick.
We got
Vito,
it. No breaking into your fucking house. No breaking into your fucking house. No breaking into your fucking house. We got it.
I have to take any of that
Vito,
seriously.
Yeah,
why
I don't care
am
who
I
it
turning you into Eric July? Do you not understand what's going on here?
Like Eric July, if I'm in a public area, do whatever you want to me. If I have a warehouse, come to my warehouse. If I'm doing an event, come to my event.
You've supported Riley this whole time.
Going
and
to
now
private,
he's effectively
going to public
made you
areas.
look like. He's effectively made you look like Eric July.
I have
You're talking
always
about snitching
supported.
to the police.
I have always supported Riley going to public areas and doing stunts. He cannot come on my private property. That is the one boundary I have to set. As part of the show and for my sanity, I can't.
But
I
you
can't
understand
do it.
how this looks, though, right?
It doesn't, because he's
like
done
you're talking
everything
about
else on
sending
public
info
property.
to the Texas police.
Listen to me.
right? Like, I mean,
Did you forward info to the Texas police?
No, I have not.
You said you did on this call.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
He
I
said
said
he
it.
would.
I did, or I said I would.
Would
You
or did?
You said you did, and
Well-
you said Mint would be in jail and that she can get out of it if she obeys your commands.
If you guys come on my private property, I have to contact the authorities. And to
That's
try
clear.
to try and
I know he keeps. It's the only thing he says to make people
because
think
I'm
that it's a
serious.
danger.
I'm like just trying to be serious for once.
No, it's because you're trying to push this lie that it's actually happening. That's what people do. You don't
I
respond
don't
to
know if
anything.
it's
You just
happening or
say the
not.
same lie over and over.
Okay.
Just like you think
Why
Riley's a
can't-
danger to
why
Eric July
can't Riley,
now.
Why can't Riley just say I'm not going to come on your private property? Why can't he just say
it's totally
that?
ruined.
It's funny.
It's funny.
It's all a bit. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit that he's going to come on my private property. I don't want him there.
Well, he
I
said
don't
he's
think
going
it's
to
a bit.
squat your apartment, so
I
he
don't
owns
think.
it.
I don't care.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah,
I don't care
That's
what he does while he's there.
Do you think he's going to get pig's blood and dump it in the cracks of your car?
I don't care what he does.
Do you think he's going to get pig's blood and dump it into the cracks of your car?
I don't care what
Do
he
you
does
think he's
on
going
my
to get
property.
pig's blood and dump it into
It's
the cracks
irrelevant.
of your car?
The only
Do you
thing
think
that
he's going to get
matters-
pig's blood and dump it in the cracks of your car?
It's
Do you
irrelevant.
think he's going to get pig's blood and dump it in the cracks of your car? To get pig's blood all on the inside of the car. That's what he said.
I don't.
Yes
know.
or no?
I don't know.
You don't know if Riley is
I'm
going
not
to get
gonna
a
think
bucket
through
of pig's blood.
the dozens of little threats he's made. I'm not going to think through each of them and try
Here,
to figure
this
out
is Sean.
which
This
one
is the
real.
quote that Riley said. Yeah, I could break in and squat too. I'm going to commit a series of increasingly severe crimes against Vito and see how it goes.
When you hear increasingly severe crimes, Sean, like, is there at any point you
I
go,
don't think you
well,
understand
that's not
the
great.
neck of the woods that
I don't want to be in this
Riley
neck of the
and
woods.
I
I am
from.
setting one boundary.
you wanted their money though, as super killer,
I'm
didn't
setting
you?
We don't
one
really
boundary.
care about going to jail.
Listen, Ralph, if to be on this show, I have to let people on my private property. I don't think I can do it.
No,
That's
I'm
a
not
boundary
saying
I
that.
can't.
No
do
one
that.
ever suggested
But you
that.
guys are
you
saying,
are just saying
you're
it
saying
over and over
you
again.
have to be okay with all of this, and I'm telling you,
No,
this
we're
is
saying-
the one thing I'm not okay with. Stay on the public street, and it's fine. I've said a million times, if you stay on the public street, I will not call the cops. I will not escalate anything. That's. I don't
Yeah,
know
but you
how
already
much clearer
said you
I
would
can
call
make
the
it.
cops and give them this.
I said I will call the cops if you intend. If you're making
authorities,
Okay.
that's snitching, Vito. I don't know.
If someone intends to commit a crime against me, I might snitch on them. I'm sorry.
Intend.
Okay,
Yes,
well, that
intends.
makes you
So they
snitch,
don't
really.
have to show up. They just have to talk about putting pig's blood in the cracks of your car.
Well, I mean, if you like, that's what a restraining order is. I mean,
Thank
they
you.
like.
Have
they
you ever
take,
got a
like,
restraining order?
But they take like.
No,
it's
I've decided
it's a
to
low
dial it
bar.
back. But
the
at
judge
the time,
in this case, no, you don't make any decisions. The judge in this case will laugh you into the next universe. If you
That's
came
fine.
in and said a friend of yours who is a troublemaker online that you have previously laughed at and said was harmless is coming to your house to dump pig bloods in the fucking cracks of your
Okay.
cars, the judge will laugh you into the
that's
next
fine.
county.
That's fine. As long as I can
And
set
why not
boundaries.
just give?
That's not setting
why not
boundaries, that's
give
just
them a
making empty
$600
threats.
refund?
If people are not worried about the cops getting called on them for coming on my property, okay, but I'm still going
Okay,
to call
what?
the cops. Well, you can do whatever you want with yourself.
You said you were going to get a restraining order tomorrow.
I said if he continues
Saturday.
to say, I'm going to come onto your property, I'm going to go, well, I have to get a restraining order so that you know there's a trespass.
You're going to get a restraining order at Stanley Moss Courthouse where the offense is young Clippa 69 saying, yeah, I could break in and squat too. I'm going to commit a series of increasingly severe crimes
I'm going to commit
against
crimes.
Vito and see how it goes.
Okay, so he's going to commit increasingly severe crimes.
You're going to get a restraining order with this.
And the variety of other things, calling me and saying he's going to throw pig's blood on my car, saying whatever.
You think that's valid? I mean, you think that's realistic?
I don't know if it's a restraining order or what. I want a trespass order. What is that called?
Well, it's somebody on your property.
But you can get
a restraining order.
But you can get a trespass ahead of time. You
Yeah.
could say, "Hey, this guy intends to come onto my property. I don't want him here. Can you get me a trespass order?" What is it called? I thought it was
That's
a
not a real
restraining order.
That's a
Okay, then it's a restraining order. Then I don't want him on my property.
Have you talked to a lawyer?
No.
Well,
because I'm not escalating this. I'm just
this
telling
is
him.
the most escalating you could do. Pretending that you don't know if
Stay off my property. That's it. I need to separate the show from my private life.
All right, Ralph.
I don't think that's an unreasonable. Is that an unreasonable boundary?
It's something you've made up. Like no one thinks
let's
you
be
believe
clear.
that.
If I had a fan and he goes,
Riley's not a fan.
If I had a fan,
Riley's not a fan.
He's not a fan of you.
Riley's not he's a participant in the show.
Is he a fan of yours?
He's a performer at our live show.
Is he a fan of yours?
He is a performer.
So he's not a fan
on the show
in any way.
He's a performer on the show. He performs at the live show. He's actually made
Is the
content
Niggler
for
a
you.
fan or is the Niggler a performer?
More of a performer because he was on stage with us.
Okay.
Well, he's Mint is an employee of yours. You've paid her to do things.
Okay, so if an employee of mine said, "Hey, I want to go to Dick's house and I'm going to fuck around. I'm going to throw shit on his truck. I'm going to knock on his door or whatever else. I'm going to go onto his private property and fuck around," you would say,
I would say nothing.
You would be 100% with me going to fans and be like, "Yeah, that is funny."
With you?
No, for me saying like, "Yeah, go fuck with Dick." It's okay. It's all part of the show.
If a guy said he's going to come
Vito,
to my house,
they got you twisted, man. Just put out the comic.
I'm putting out the comic.
You're saying if somebody said, "I'm going to go to your house and throw trash everywhere," and then you said that's funny?
Anything. I don't know.
Well, you're going to have to pick because you're so fucked
let's say the
up.
fan just wants to be on your private property.
Yeah,
he
that's
wants to go to
happened
your
to me.
house.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're okay with me encouraging that?
I'll have a big problem with you if you encourage that.
Okay, so I have a problem with all the fans who are egging Riley on. I don't think it's okay. Just stay off my private property. Why is this such a big deal?
What you're describing is somebody actually coming to my house, which has actually happened. What's happening here?
No, I'm
is
describing
Riley being
encouraging
a
someone to
goofball.
do it.
This is an extended fight you've had with Riley that has gotten worse and worse over time because you keep antagonizing and pestering and insulting him from a position of power.
And he says,
and now he's showing you what power is.
By the way, escalating crimes
Riley
against
says
me.
you didn't pay Mint for the card.
You didn't pay her?
I'm trying to pay her.
You didn't pay her?
Not yet. I'm trying to pay her.
So you're going to get a restraining order on somebody you owe money to?
I tried to pay her and her Venmo or whatever didn't work. So I said, "Can you tell me a PayPal or something else?" I fully intend to pay
$50?
It's $50, yes.
Jesus.
Look, what is is the core issue that
I'm just saying that's not that much money, and also
it is not a lot of money, and I intend to pay her.
Me and you are kind of cut from a different cloth. I'm used to this type of harassment, but I would think $600 is kind of a cheap price to keep Riley away from me. So
I have to pay Riley.
What is
to
the
stay,
reason
So I have to
not
pay
to
Riley
do
to stay
that?
off my private property.
Wait, is there a bill that's due?
Well, no, I mean
they want a refund.
They want a refund.
I guess he backed your
refund for
back
what?
your comic.
For Super Killer.
Hold on, wait. Did he back your comic or what? Why does he want the $600?
He backed my
I
he backed my comic.
Yeah.
Okay, so why
Now
not
they
just
want a
give him his
refund.
money back?
Because that's money that I don't know.
Because then everyone will get a refund.
You don't know. You don't have an answer for it. Just give it. I mean, just give him his
I
money back.
offered them a refund, and they said it's too late, so they don't want it anymore.
A full refund?
Yeah.
Oh, now you offered it.
So you owe her money and you owe her a refund, and they said no?
I offered them a refund because I said, you know what? Let's de-escalate this. It's not important.
And they don't want the refund?
Let's bring it down. But yes, you're right. This call happened the same night that I opened Discord, and a guy says he's going to break into my house. And you can say,
squat.
Listen to me.
Right, well, a guy that you know very well.
I don't
and
know.
that you've been in
I
arguments
don't
with
know
for
Riley
months.
very well. I don't know him very well.
You keep saying fan to try to frame this as some lunatic. I mean, it's exactly what Maddox says. It's a fan of mine.
You consider him a performer on the show. I've always thought of him as a fan of the show.
Yeah. Him being on stage.
He's a producer.
In a cape.
Well, it's like he started as a listener way back.
Yeah,
right?
way
back. This is how it happens.
Yeah.
And then it's like then he gets some
So he
people get
started as a
closer
fan.
to the
Is
show
Ralph
than
a
others.
fan of the show?
Who?
Is Ralph a fan of the show?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
All right, let me bring Lemon Saki
I am, but like I'm a creator, right?
Well, Ralph is like a co-creator to me.
Yeah,
like
is.
He's on the level of a show. Like two shows can have association.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
Riley
I've
wanted
been on the show like
Riley
10 times,
wanted
so,
to make me worried that he was going to commit crimes. He wanted to freak me out. And he succeeded. I was like, "Oh my God, this guy's going to come on my
why
property."
Though, dude?
Why?
You know
Because I'm
he's
dead
fucking
serious
around,
about my property.
Vito.
I can't have anyone on there. I don't want it.
But why do you think
Vito,
spurging out is the way to get that?
Around.
Even if Riley was
So
serious, why do you think having
because
a big
I was
weird
emotional.
tantrum?
I was emotional.
But you're continuing to do it.
Because everyone's telling,
like what you're saying is fucking retarded.
Because everyone's telling me, Vito, just let him come on your private property. It's a big joke. It doesn't matter.
No one's saying that. They're saying it's a joke.
Then say
they're saying it's a joke.
Then say that no one should go on my private property.
I mean, I don't really like the way you've been acting, so I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. What'd you say, Ralph?
He says no one should go on my private property.
People should go.
Sean, do you think people should go on my private property?
No, I would.
Thank you.
Because they could get in trouble.
And I really
they get in trouble. It could fuck up their life.
I don't think he ever planned on going on your private property.
People come to my house all the time. I hate it, but I'm not freaking out.
And I really appreciate,
succeeded.
I really appreciate when people who are close to Riley go, "Hey, Riley, you're not actually going to go on his private property, right?" Because Vito's a little freaked out. He doesn't want people on his property.
Yeah.
But instead, all my friends go, "Ha ha, Vito got trolled by Riley," and I'm like, "This is
that's
very
it."
Okay,
but you did.
This is very important to me.
Yeah, but you've been an asshole to Mint for so long. What's important to her?
So troll me online, fight with me online, do whatever you want.
They are.
And they
are.
And I want
and
them
it's
to.
working.
Good.
Good. Then so you support what he's doing right now.
Do it online.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Good.
So you support what Riley's doing. Say that. You support everything he's been doing the last couple days.
Yeah,
because that's what he's doing. Trolling online. And you're getting fucking worked up over online trolls.
I do not support anyone saying they're going to come on my property. I can't.
But what about fucking kids?
Co-creator.
What about fucking kids?
Nice.
What's that?
Can Riley say he wants to fuck kids?
Riley can do that, sure.
Because he's obviously joking, right?
That sounds like a very clear joke.
Oh,
saying
but
I'm going to come on your
blood.
Saying I'm going to come on your property is not a joke to me. I don't want anyone on my property for any reason.
Yeah. Okay, Ralph, get out of here. I'm
wait,
going to bring
Ralph.
Oh yeah,
Ralph,
go ahead.
did you say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say thank you for calling me a co-creator. That was very kind of you.
I actually, that's not actually. I meant creator.
Yeah, creator.
Yeah, creator. Yeah, I'm a creator. Yeah, I'm a fan of the show, but I'm a creator too.
No, that's,
right?
Right.
Okay. Sean, are you okay with me setting boundaries for fans of the show?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
And Dick, are you okay with me setting boundaries for fans of the show?
See,
Vito,
I have
you
this.
sound legit scared, dude. You've been
you
turned
sound
into.
freaked out.
I am legit worried about people coming onto
I have
my
this
property.
thing, Vito.
I don't know who it is.
I'm immune to manipulations.
I'm not trying to manipulate.
Yes, you are, because you get somebody to say yes to something, makes them more likely to say yes to things down the line progressively.
I'm just trying to.
So I don't agree with that.
I'm just trying to
obvious shit.
Okay, but I want to make sure the core problem is not that I'm telling people very seriously, please just stay off my private property.
Lemon Saki wants to defend you.
Not everybody's boundaries are the same. You know what I mean?
And
but they're joking about it.
I don't care if I sound like a pussy. I don't care if I sound like.
Bring on Vito fan.
I don't care if it makes me the most popular guy in the world. I
Okay.
just need this one thing.
Okay.
And I'm just. This is me being serious. I'm not joking.
Ralph, get out of here. Thank you. Ralph, just check out the Ralph retort on
I just
Rumble.
want to say this.
Go ahead.
Vito, you're handling this the wrong way.
I'm handling it however I need to keep people off my property.
Okay,
Then
well,
you're doing it wrong. For that.
It's
that's
not
fine.
working.
If
It's not
everybody,
working,
if
but-
everybody
If you
hates
cared about it, though, it's not fine.
second
if
thing
everybody
I
hates
wanna
about me,
say
that's
is
fine.
Kill stream tomorrow. Ben Thorpe gave Grace Thorpe a black eye, and I have the inside scoop on
How are they
that.
still
And so
together?
we will be discussing that
Abuse.
tomorrow on the kill stream. So
How have they not?
thank
Killstream
you.
tomorrow. What's the
Vito,
link?
man.
Killstream.tv. Still?
yeah, well, just kill stream on Rumble. It's easy.
And
to
I understand
find,
I'm not
but,
handling this the way that people would handle most internet blood sport stuff, but like
Well, you're just getting a little too worked up, man.
I'm
That's the
very
only
worked up
thing.
about
you
my
know
property.
I like you.
I have
I
to,
don't.
this is the one thing that I have to be worked up about.
And you can't threaten to snitch. I mean, I don't like snitching. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm going to
Stay off my
forward
property
all
and I
evidence
don't have to
Texas
You said you
authorities.
sent
Like,
it to the cops.
Well, if I said that, I was lying.
Right? Like, I mean, I don't
misspoke
know.
because I had.
That's just
but what do you mean I
not
misspoke?
great.
Saying I sent shit to the cops is not just I
How
misspoke.
could I have sent shit to the cops in the 2 minutes between our phone calls?
Why did you say it then?
I guess I misspoke because there's no way I could have sent something to the cops in the last 2 minutes.
You see how when it helps you, it's always, I was joking, I misspoke, I was just saying it because it's important to me, but when it's Riley or anybody else,
These
it's like,
phone calls-
this guy's out to get me, this is a fan, this guy's dangerous.
I'm not saying Riley's
And-
dangerous. I'm saying that I
and
don't
Vito,
want him on
you
my
know,
property.
Dick was right the other day when he said, we've stuck by you. A lot of people stuck by you when you were talking about, fucking people's children and shit like that. I never believed that, by the way. I always knew that was a joke, but like, that's a much more serious joke than I'm going to pour pig's blood in your car, right?
Okay. So if Riley comes on my property and I call the cops, that's like not okay. Is that what people are saying?
What do you mean?
No,
not okay?
if he comes on your property, tries to break in your house, or tries to fuck with your shit, I mean, do what you need to do.
If he comes on my property and I say, Riley, you need to leave or I'm calling the cops, is that okay?
Okay, what?
It is to me.
I'm saying, is the show going to go, Vito threatened to call the cops, Vito's a snitch,
well,
whatever
I don't know
else.
what you're going to do with Riley between now and then. Like, see, you go from, like, cold to wanting to ameliorate situations, and then you start attacking people.
Dick.
Like, that's the difference. Like, it's the same thing Boogie did with Frank Hassel. He's like, don't come to my house. And he's like, fuck you, you pussy, I'll put you in a body bag.
Here's the deal. My emotional state can change. I'm a human being. Sometimes I can be like, okay, I'm just going to handle this rationally. I'm going to be 100%. And then I see something that sets me off and I go, oh, I'm furious and I'm pissed and I can't believe this. So here's what happened. I tried to be very rational with Riley and Mint in the first call. I really did my best. And I think that call is very rational and just please stay off my property. And then I go on the Discord and I read stuff like I'm going to break into his house. And that for me is like
a squat.
It's anyone who's saying they're going to break into my house, I don't care if it says, and then I'm going to dress like a clown, whatever else. If the words I'm going to break into his house are in the phrase, I'm like, I lose it. I'm like, that is fucking horrifying to me. I don't want anyone.
Also, one more bit of news before I leave. Riley said he wants to do some things with the kill stream this fall. I have no idea what he means.
He could be wanting to squat
I have
on it.
nothing to do with this, but I'll just drop that. And thank you, Dick.
Okay,
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, thank you for calling in. Killstream, go check it out. Get out of here. Okay, Vito fan wants to defend you, I think. Okay, Vito fan, are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Hi. Are you the guy that jacked off onto Vito's picture?
No. Yes, that was me.
Was it actually?
My toilet seat.
Oh, thank you.
Well, for now, I'm going to say it is, but if I ever meet you, I'm going to say it was eardrops or something because I don't want you to run away. But, Vito, I'm going to defend you, dude.
All right.
I have to defend you.
Thank you.
Because there is precedent that Riley would actually commit. He'd actually do spray pig's blood all over your car. I mean, didn't he go to Eric July's warehouse and tape a $1 bill to the warehouse or whatever?
Wasn't it like 40?
It's not exact. It's yeah, but it's not
well, here's the thing. That was public. And if he wants to do something in public, and again, if it's something that can be easily undone, like taping something to
not like pig's
business,
blood, which would take maybe a week to wash it. You'd have to replace your upholstery.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really get pig's blood.
And then you have to
out,
seal the cracks, right?
It's not about the pig's blood thing. It's just about coming onto my property. I don't.
Yeah, but
I get
even
it.
if he jokingly is like, oh, it's and it's bucket labeled pig's blood and it's full of water. I just don't want him on my property. I don't know what the bit is, and I don't want it happening on my property. Bit. That's fine. If the bit is me needing to set boundaries for fans and I look like an idiot, okay.
Okay.
I'm okay with looking like an idiot as long as it keeps people off my property.
I mean, I don't encourage the bit. I don't like dealing with this, but you guys have been fighting for months.
If I lose all my friends, if I lose the respect of the audience, whatever else, I don't care. This is one line I just can't be okay with. That's it.
I think that you've made that very clear. I think you've made that very clear.
Okay.
I don't know if people are.
So everybody, but here's the thing: is it keeps coming back to, well, this part's a joke. Well, this part's a joke. Well, this part's a joke.
It's all a joke.
I don't. When his guy says he's coming on my property, I don't know if that's a joke or not.
You do.
I don't.
It's Riley.
I don't see something stopping Riley from coming onto my property. Why? Without me laying that out for him and going, okay, you can do all that from the street.
Because you engage with him constantly. So it's not illegal for people to
He trolls me and I troll him back, and I've never said I'm going to go to his house and do anything. I just was like, why don't we just keep it to the internet?
What about with that Sniper Wolf chick? You thought it was fine that
it was from a public street.
So you think that's fine?
Yes.
Then how is this different?
Do anything you want from the public street. Anything you want to do.
What's the difference?
It's that
you're not living on a ranch,
dude.
I live on the street.
I don't. I live.
It's right out in front of my fucking house.
Yeah. That's
so. What are you talking about?
That's fine if that's how you feel about your property. I live in a.
That's not my property. That's the street.
Okay, you can do anything you want on the street to me. Anything you want on the street. I might even come out and be part of your video, and you can clown on me and do
Then
whatever
when does
you
it
want.
become property? Your driveway?
Yes.
Well, it becomes your property. There's something called
What's the property line?
A plat map.
Yeah.
You can go to the Department of Building and Safety at whatever local city you're in.
So you're saying being on the sidewalk, you're 100% okay on?
100%.
But
you have every legal right.
In your mind, you see Riley going to the sidewalk, and that's fine, but you imagined him stepping onto your grass, and then you've had a 48-hour meltdown about that?
I imagine him coming up to my house. I imagine him trying
and
to
what?
peer in the windows, take pictures of my property, fuck around.
You can take pictures from the public street.
And he can, and he absolutely can.
But you don't want that, right?
I was an appraiser. That's what you do with
But
comparables.
you don't want to be fucked with in that way.
I don't want to.
I don't want to be fucked with in that way.
But he has 100% legal right to do it, and I can't stop him.
But where does the meltdown come from?
The meltdown comes from him saying he's coming onto my property.
Vito, I mean, you don't have any property, though.
I have a house. It's my one space that I am a private citizen. All of this is public. I'm a part of the show. Do whatever you want. Leave on the internet. I'm public. Say whatever you want.
I don't believe that the meltdown is about that because it's just no difference between being on the sidewalk but it's in your mind.
It's not. Okay, I don't want.
Do you park on the street?
No.
You park in a garage or something?
I have a private garage. I don't want him in my garage. I don't want him.
Well, how would he get in your garage to pour pig's blood in the cracks of your car anyway?
I'm not going to explain the way my house is laid out. I'm not going to explain where my car is, okay? Again, this is all stuff that is just not part of the show.
He told me he was going to tunnel in.
He's going to use a tunnel.
Do you not see why people see it as bizarre?
He needs to know where the septic tank is, so he doesn't burrow into that.
It's fine if people think it's bizarre. It's fine if people think I'm crazy. It's fine if I lose all respect of the show. This is my one
This is when it happened to Eric July.
That is very important to me.
You want to read your parts, or should I read them both?
I mean, if this
What's
is
your
just
favorite part of Riley's video making career? Somebody says, when I don't watch them. You said, oh, the stickers on the door. So funny.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true still?
I never thought that putting stickers on the door is funny. I thought Eric July's reaction to it was funny.
Oh. Okay.
And I think there's a lot of ways you can get a reaction. Whatever. This is not about whether I find Riley funny.
Uh-huh.
Can I just... Look, I know you think it's irrational. I know you're like, oh, it's just a house, whatever else. I am so public online. I'm so public with this show. I share things about myself that are embarrassing and whatever else.
Yeah.
I just need a space that I can just be a private citizen sometimes. I can just hang out with my cats. I can lie on my bed. I don't have to worry about a guy coming up to the windows, knocking on the windows. My cats are in the little catio I've set up for them. I don't want a guy coming up, taking pictures of them, fucking with them.
And that's what you thought Riley would do?
I don't know.
Eventually you have to say what you thought. Like, otherwise this just seems like a bunch of nonsense.
Here's what I thought. I thought Riley would come onto my property. I don't know if he's going to be wearing a cape and screaming or whatever else. But here's what I thought. I thought people would see that and they'd go, this is okay for me to do because the show says it's okay for Riley to do.
So you're worried about copycats of Riley?
Yeah.
Okay. So framing it as Riley as a fan and all this stuff, like, Riley's harmless.
I think Riley thinks he can come onto my property.
Oh, you just won't leave that word.
Because that's the most... I don't know how to say this. Like...
I'm trying to walk you through any semblance of logic to your behavior, and you will not participate in it at all.
I need this. I'm begging for it.
I'm explaining to you that the way you're going about this...
That's fine. I don't care.
Okay, let's watch the video then. The Mint part is rough. Riley, Mint, if you want to call in, obviously, call in. Let Rekon in. Where's Rekon? Which one is he?
Can you at least just play it in order so you can see why?
Yeah,
sure.
All right, Vito fan, get out of here. Go come on more pictures.
Or don't.
Say goodbye. Goodbye. Plug something. What do you want to plug?
Bye.
Goodbye.
I have nothing. I have nothing.
Shocker.
What do you want to plug? Goodbye.
Okay, where's Rekon? Which one is Rekon?
Is it Rekon?
Kato?
Kato?
This one? All right, hold on. I don't know why I have to mute and unmute everybody. All right, Rekon, is that you? Say something. Unmute yourself.
Do something.
Do something.
Push all the buttons.
Bring up when Vito... Lemon Saki said, bring up when Vito said he would give advice.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, when he was sprigging out over the rape... Oh, yeah, remember when Riley said he was going to rape Matt Bahr?
Did he say he was going to go to his property?
Well, raping him, yeah. You think going to property is worse than rape?
You could rape a guy somewhere else.
You know that would be a worse crime, raping. Yeah, hold on, buddy.
In the street.
Yeah, you know, if you raped someone in public, that would be a worse crime than trespassing.
The point is that I don't think it's plausible for Riley to rape someone, but
pig's blood in the cracks.
No,
of your car?
Riley has gone to people's places, and they've all been public, and that's fine. I don't know if he has the boundary to stay off my private property. I don't know.
Did you think it was funny when Riley said he would rape Matt Bahr?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
What did you say, Matt? What did you say Matt Bahr should do?
I said, Matt, you should just let it roll off you.
Why?
Because it's not serious.
And why wouldn't you just spurg out even just to be sure, just to be safe? Why not just like set a boundary like I won't be raped by a man?
I've dialed it back. I've said, you know what? I got really emotional because I get really emotional when someone says they're going to fuck with my house. It's like a very important boundary to me.
Okay. What did Matt Bahr say?
I don't know. I don't remember all this.
All right. Rekon, what do you have to say?
I have to confess something.
No, blow. Oh, jeez.
Well, Vito really offended my feelings because the other day I made a very special stinger for him. And on the show, I was trying to be nice to him because he said nobody liked him. And he said that he would rather have somebody else make the stingers instead of me.
You did say that. You remember that?
I just said I think we need a mix-up. It's that you've gotten so much spotlight, Rekon, for your incredible stingers that I thought we should mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry he said that, Rekon.
He's a bitch. Please, Riley, please kill that motherfucker. I want you to chop him into little pieces. I hope.
Well, you're not going to rape him, right?
Pieces and eat you,
or go to his property. That's even worse.
No, I'm not. I'm too poor for that. I can't afford a ticket to LA, you know.
But neither can Riley.
Maybe I would.
He's got to pay for lawyers to get out of the last fucking guy he got to spurg out and melt down. Okay.
Well, that's all. That's my piece.
Okay.
Fuck you, Vito.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, Rekon. Thank you. All right, let's watch this fucking disaster. It's only 30 minutes. If Mint or Riley...
I need a Coke really bad.
You need a Coke?
Yeah.
Let me see if my... Well,
you want a Prime Energy? It's 0 calories.
Let me see if I can get you one. Sean.
Oh, yeah?
We got them in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah, you want to try one?
Yeah.
They're good.
Oh, yeah, they're good.
I like them.
They are good.
I like the 0 calories part. Maybe this is a new thing I can abuse.
It's 10 calories, I think. They are good.
Oh, 10?
10.
Oh, okay. I can deal. Thank you.
It's like coconut water.
Thanks.
Okay.
Coconut water.
Oh.
Here's the call.
Riley, you will go to jail. I'm trying to save your fucking life.
I'm going to take a bucket of pig's blood and I'm going to pour it in the cracks in your car so that the inside of your car is covered in pig's blood.
That's fine, Riley. That's fine. Why don't we...
That's fine.
If it's on a public street or whatever.
But he didn't know that. See, me, if I'm worried about getting...
I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, you really got to stay consistent, though.
Well, how escalated was it before this?
Pretty escalated.
Months of fighting.
Right, and like back and forth online, like we're any like video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck
so it's
you,
like
fuck you.
This is where I'm at a real disadvantage because I don't know the background.
When I say that's fine, it's because Riley keeps saying I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and every time I just said that's fine. That's
well.
Fine.
See, the thing about trespassing and restraining orders is you have to say no, I don't want any more contact with you, and then hang up. That's how
we haven't gotten to the point
work.
of a restraining order yet. But
you never will with this. This is just you guys fighting constantly.
This was before I saw Discord messages saying he wants to break into my house. And once I saw
just stop fighting, and if you want me to not talk about you, I won't talk about you. Why don't we just...
Bro!
You don't even have to be my friend. I won't talk about you.
The hat's over the fence, Vito! The hat is over the fence!
The what?
The hat
is over the fence!
Have you
plane has crashed into the mountain.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever heard the phrase "the hat is over the fence"?
Yeah, you toss you
throw the hat in the ring.
I have not.
No. It's you throw your hat in the ring, but you throw your hat over a fence, so you have to go over the fence. That's the saying.
I've never actually heard that, but
that's an obscure Southern saying.
But I know what he meant by it.
I googled it. It's not
hat over the fence.
I know what he meant by it.
Riley's been really upset that I don't know hat over the fence. I'm like, I genuinely don't think that's a saying.
Is that a problem too?
It's too far to take
funny. It's pretty funny.
You've eaten
I can't believe he put it in the front of the video
to know what that means.
I'm sure it'll help his existing court case when they have evidence of him doing the same behavior later.
So this is all stitched up.
Oh,
It's up
boy.
to you, man. If you want to be in a jail cell, it's your choice.
It's California.
You can see they're joking.
Pictures of Sniper Wolf's house, but not Vito, just Waldy's?
Yeah, so it's public.
No, I think I'm going to send all that evidence to Texas.
Oh my god. He's gonna snitch on you to Texas.
I absolutely will. I will send all evidence of you fucking with my property to Texas.
Okay, Wilson.
Game, set, match, Vito.
Wilson.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Hey.
Hey,
I'm
a
fucking.
dick.
Hey, I'm mad. I'm mad. Okay.
Okay.
Did you hear me say, don't
Hold
bring
on.
me into this?
I heard somebody say something.
I'm not bringing
Oh,
you
yeah.
into
It's just you, fucko. Just you,
I was just saying
Vito.
because you were in the room.
You
Okay.
should be. You should be able to fight your own fucking
I just
battles
mentioned
with
you were in the
Riley
room.
and
I'm not trying
not
to bring you
bring me
into
into it. Okay?
I won't do that anymore.
You've been doing. Every time you bring up Riley, oh, Mint. Or every time you bring up me, oh, Riley. Like, fucking, it's one person. Don't group us into this. Not all of us has this mental retardation need to say we when referring to themselves. Okay, Vito? We're one person.
that's-
We're not two people or three people like your body mass is.
I got it. I'm sorry. If I've done it in the past, hopefully it's just been this recent thing. Have I done it in the past a lot?
Vito, have you said we?
I meant in relation to her.
Yes.
Connecting her to Ryan.
You,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do it
yeah.
all the fucking time. And it's not just
Well, no.
me. You do it to other people, too.
Well, maybe that's okay. Well, now I'm aware of it, so I won't do it. I wasn't aware I was doing that. I'm sorry.
Pete, you've been called out on this we thing all the time. How the fuck are you not... How do you not know that you do it? You will get called out on it all the time, and it's a fucking meme.
All right, well, I'm apologizing for it, and I'll pay more
Fucking
attention,
change your
especially-
goddamn behavior. I don't care if you pay more attention to it. That's some excuse so you slip up eventually and fall back on that behavior.
So,
Where's my refund?
well,
Where's your...
I'm coming to California tonight if I don't get a refund, just Waldy.
what would you like me to do?
WWE.
$600
yeah.
Now.
Want a fucking refund?
Okay, well, I'm not doing that.
Or I'm coming to California, just Waldy.
Okay, why are you not doing that?
No, it's pretty funny.
So you not giving him the refund is funny.
Yeah, that's not over the line. That's not illegal.
You want the cops to get involved, but you won't pay $600 to make it go
I don't
away?
want the cops to get. I don't want to call the cops. I really don't.
That's going to cost you more than $600 to get a restraining order.
Then I don't want to do it. I really don't. But I got to keep people off my property.
Come to California,
I'll see you
okay?
next week, fat.
And I said, come to
What?
California if he
I
wants to
can't
be on the
hear you.
public street.
We
You
already-
can.
You said
Hang on.
his exact...
He already pushed it till next week. First he said, I'm coming tonight. And then he's like,
Next week.
Yeah, next week.
If Riley wants to be on,
He already talked himself out of it.
He's going, well, maybe not. I got things to do tonight. I'll
kill you at 11:30.
My pig blood guy he's out for the weekend. He's coming back. Maybe Mexico. I don't know. I'll see you sometime.
I'll see you sometime.
I don't
Exact
know, man.
words were see you next week, comma, fat.
Okay, I will see you next week.
Also, hey, motherfucker, also,
Apologize?
you... Look, Vito, you come in when arguing with Riley.
I'm going to commit a series of escalating
this is
crimes
where-
against you, Vito, that California won't prosecute me for.
All right. So he said he's going
Okay.
to commit crimes
That California won't prosecute him for
because he's making the joke that California doesn't prosecute people.
like
No, he's making the joke.
Misdemeanors.
They keep making the joke like, oh, anything I do in California, it doesn't matter because nobody gets arrested.
they prosecute you for breaking and entering.
Okay, so up to this point, I'm
legit
trying,
crimes.
I'm trying to de-escalate the situation, obviously.
Okay.
I'm going, let's just talk about this.
Yeah.
And then Riley starts...
You're doing good because Mint's fucking up.
But here's the thing, is let's be clear. When Riley goes, oh, I'm going to do crime or whatever else in any other... he does it in public venues, right?
Well, crimes is crimes.
But I'm saying when he goes on Discord or something, or when he goes on Twitter and he goes, "I'm going to commit crimes against Vito," that you could say, "Oh, well, that's a comedy bit for everyone." You know, okay, that's comedy. This is a private phone call, and he's saying he's going to do crimes against me. Like, do you see that? There's in my head, I'm like, is he serious now?
The problem is you've been goading her into calling you for weeks.
Not goading. I genuinely wanted to apologize.
Well, were you recording at this point?
After he said I'm going to commit crime, I said
I think I could pinpoint when you started recording.
Yeah, right about this point.
Okay, so in your mind, this is a private
conversation. It's not like a public, like kayfabe, whatever thing. It's a guy who privately is saying he wants to do crime, and I was like, that's different.
But it was
in
right
my mind.
after our show ended. Like the second biggest problem ended, you called her.
No. Hold on.
I was still sitting here.
Please. After biggest problem ended, I turned on my phone.
Right.
Because my phone had been off.
Yeah.
And I got a call from Mint Salad.
Okay.
So I didn't call either that, or it was like my call history was full of calls from I can't actually remember, but it was Mint Salad had been trying to contact me, and I said,
"But do you see the context that I'm saying? Like the show, the
show had ended.
It had been you and Ethan Van Sciver Thursday, and then it was our show on Friday that was all about this, and then it was immediately after that show, this call began. Like, do you see how the context is like not real?"
Well, I'd been trying. I kept saying, Mint, I don't think apologies work over text. Why don't you just call me and we'll hash it out? Because I really think. And then, immediately I start getting yelled at.
But the context, you see how it's like, it still feels like part of the show because you're in the studio.
No, I really don't
see
get that at all. Usually when this show ends, it's like, okay, that was a great show, and we're like, different. It's a different vibe. I don't see.
I think that's an assumption.
You're saying a private call is part of the show that no one else can hear?
I think you can tell just by listening to these people that you know and have talked to many times privately that they're not acting. Yeah. When Riley's going, "Oh, I'm going to listen to me, brother. I'm going to come out there next week or tonight, and I'm going to get my $600.
Okay, sitting as a guy who's just heard this the first time.
Yeah.
Knowing Riley a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I've met him he's been here for the shows. Been on the live shows, stuff like that. To me, with whatever I'm bringing to the party, I think he's joking.
Right.
I don't think there's anything serious. To me, I wouldn't lose a minute's sleep. Your experiences are different. Whatever you're bringing to the party, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you how you should feel. But to me, it seems like a bit.
So
that's my impression of it.
Here's the thing is when they go, I'm coming to California, I go, okay, I think this is a bit. I think he wants to put on the cape and he wants to be in the street or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, like up until that point, and then he says I'm going to do crimes, and I'm like, I don't know how to take that because again, I'm like, it's a private call. Really, the only part at which I started being like, holy shit, do I need to take this seriously is when he goes, I'm going to come onto your property, because I'm like, that's just like my line.
But you said that part, he didn't say the property yet.
Not yet, you're right. So
okay, so you still think it's a bit now?
At this point, I'm like becoming like, I'm going to do crimes against you, and I'm like, well, what does that mean? I'm getting like a little like...
When did you start recording?
I can't remember exactly.
Can't remember?
No.
Okay.
Get ready for property damage.
See, that's okay. Property damage.
That's anything.
Yeah, he could break my window.
I mean,
bro, play that again. Can you understand that when a guy says he's going to do property damage and theft?
Not Riley. No.
He's making a private call saying he's going to do property damage.
Okay, so then why have you been, after this, why were you arguing with him in DMs for like 24 hours straight? That's not something you do.
Because I was trying to get him to understand. Okay, I know no one believes me on this. I don't want this. As part of the show, nobody wants Vito to call the cops on Riley. Nobody wants that to happen. It's not fun. It's not funny. Okay? But I have to lay boundaries for people. I have to say, if you come on my property, I have to call the cops. So I was desperately trying to say, Riley, please don't push me to this.
But you didn't say that. You said you threatened them with calling the cops and getting him in trouble with the Eric July warrant.
Because I thought that would be the one thing that snaps them out of reality and they go, shit, he's serious. He really does take this seriously. It's not a bit. Okay, he's going to call the cops. We're going to back off, and we'll handle this a different way.
While they're laughing? Like, do you hear them laughing in the background?
I think, yes, they're laughing, and I had to be like, this is the one thing I can think of to convince them, because honestly...
It just sounds like you're trying to extort him into doing what you want.
I want them to stay off my property.
Or you want to win an argument.
I don't want to win the argument. I'm trying to apologize here. I really am.
It's possible. It's possible that on one side it's I want to snap you, I want to help you, but it's also the other possibility is I want to fuck you.
Dude, when a guy...
These exist in people's minds.
All I know is when a guy says he's going to do property damage and theft, and that's probably when I started recording.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
You don't know?
Here's my mindset. I go, I want this to be a joke. I want Riley to say...
You want it to be like, I'll fuck kids, I'm not joking. Like that kind of joke.
I want him to say, I'm fucking around, I'm going to come to the street, I'm going to stand outside your thing, I'm going to be wearing the cape, I'm going to throw stickers in the air. I want him to say that. When he says I'm going to do property damage and theft, I go...
I gotcha.
Well, yeah,
that's what you think? I got you, son of a bitch.
I go, he figured out how to trigger me. He figured out how to threaten the one thing I deeply care about, which is my safety in my own home.
Property damage?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds thin when it's Riley. After all the time we spent making fun of Eric July for melting down.
But Riley's never been this mad at me. Riley has
he
never.
Doesn't sound mad at all.
I hear him screaming and it sounds like he's mad. And Mint literally made an animal growl at me.
Which sounded like a joke.
From an autistic girl, that's the sound of autistic rage, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Have you heard this? No, okay. Have you heard this before?
Mint sounds more angry than Riley does to me.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But I'm getting hit by both of them, and
autistic.
I'm like, here's also what was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I said, anytime Riley's fucked with Eric July, it was like a fun comic, whatever thing that had no stakes. This, I was like, Riley feels that I've jaded his girlfriend and he's on the warpath. Like, that's what was in my mind. I was like, this is different.
So you did you jade her?
I said things about her YouTube channel that made her very upset, and I get it. And I apologize for it.
Look, Vito, you come in when arguing with Riley.
I'm going to commit a series of escalating crimes against you, Vito, that California won't prosecute me for.
Okay.
Get ready for property damage and theft.
Well, you know me, Gene.
Okay, you're going to commit property damage and theft.
See, this is when I think you're recording. Because you're repeating it to seed him into making an admission that you
I think I
are framing
probably
as a
started
crime.
recording, but I was like, is he serious? Like, that's honestly, I was like, Riley.
Maybe.
I was like, Riley, you're joking. Come on.
Yeah,
That's
you didn't
what was
say
in my
that,
head.
though. You said you prompted him to repeat it. Don't you see how that's suspicious?
Is it suspicious that I'm genuinely, not sure if a guy's going to commit a crime?
It's very suspicious that you don't say, are you joking? Like, hey, let me be real with you. Are you joking?
Okay, bro, if at this point I'm going, I don't know if I need to actually protect myself against this guy. So if he's going to be the kind of guy that admits that he wants... Here's the thing.
I don't believe that.
I don't
That's
know.
Rough. That's a hard pill to swallow.
All of this comes down to this idea that it's like, we can't believe that Vito genuinely was worried Riley was going to do something. I've never had someone tell me I'm going to commit property damage and theft on your property. This has never happened to me before.
But then you argue with him for 2 more days after this. That's why it's hard to believe.
Because I was...
Seems more like an ego argument thing than a property damage thing because you continually engage
here was the argument.
Yeah.
They kept saying... You know this is all a joke. This is all a joke. And I said, if it's all a joke, just stay off my property.
So it's a joke now. He said it's a joke.
Wait, what's a joke?
Any of this shit. Has Riley said they're joking?
Riley keeps saying this is all... Riley is saying...
Not yet on this.
Not on this.
Not in this, yeah, but in real life.
Riley later on keeps saying, you knew it was a joke. You knew it was a joke. And I've said, Riley, I don't know what's a joke or not, but I genuinely believe you would come onto my property. I believe
you still
that.
do.
I still do. Yes.
Even though he said it's a joke.
He has not said coming on. If Riley says, I promise to not come on your property, it's over.
See, there's that. That's not the same as saying it's a joke. Now you're expecting something out of him.
No.
That's the problem. It's never just...
So say that's a joke. Say, me saying I was going to come onto your property is a joke.
There you go again. It's very... You make it very difficult for... Are you joking or not? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, done.
But what are you joking?
Say you're joking and tell me this very specific thing that I want you to give to me.
Here's the deal. I can believe that throwing pig's blood is a joke. I can believe whatever else is a joke. I believe that he wants to come onto my property, and he's never said that was a joke. He's never said that was a joke.
Let's hear more.
Vito, this all started because while in an argument with Riley, you bring up my numbers, my YouTube numbers, and then you're like, oh, look at how many views these get. Oh, man, look at me, big shot Vito. just because I'm big in mass means I'm big everywhere else. Means I'm big in bigger numbers than she does. So look at these numbers, and that's how you got me into this. And I mentioned, hey, can you not do that? And then you just do it 2 more times. And by the 3rd time, I'm fucking pissed. Why are you bringing me up again? And you say, oh, she just wants promotion. You have missed the point. The point was, in response to you bringing up my numbers, I say, then you bring up my numbers.
Do you have all this recorded?
Yeah.
This part?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did turn it on when he said, I'm committing a series of escalating grind.
Yes.
Okay.
But you haven't been promoting me. So why the fuck are you bringing up my numbers?
I didn't record the 2nd or 3rd
right?
call.
And you interpret that as, I want promotion. And then you say, oh, Mint wants to be promoted. She wants to be promoted, everyone. She's asking to be promoted, which implies that I'm going around begging for promotion, which is, what's the word? Fuck, I'm blanking on the word, which is desperate. Yes, desperate. It just looks desperate. And you just keep saying that with the audience doesn't have any understanding of what the context is, what conversation we have. And so the audience is just going to put something in their mind, probably something related to what they're dealing with in their mind. And so they're going to have an interpretation that is not as in reality.
So why don't we just stop fighting and I'll apologize?
You better act.
I'm going to take a bucket of pig's blood and I'm going to pour it in the cracks in your car.
Is this the
so
first
that
time
the
he's
inside of your car is covered in pig's blood?
That's fine, Riley. That's fine.
Yeah, that's the first time.
That's the first time.
Notice he has to put a Carrie reference. Nobody poured pig's blood on a car in Carrie.
It was just
pig's blood in a bucket at a
pouring pig's blood
prom,
on
right?
is like a. That's like everyone knows that Carrie reference.
Yeah, but I'm saying pouring. There's been other situations with people throwing blood on stuff. You can't just go, oh well, it's from that movie. If he said, I'm gonna wait for you to be on stage at prom and put blood in a bucket.
Wait, your problem is the reference?
I do have a problem
your
with the
problem,
reference.
Okay.
The
okay,
pig,
so you're
the pig's
joking
blood
about
is
all this
what
too.
it is about for me. Pig's blood seems like pig's blood. That's to me, pig's blood is a joke because it's so specific.
Yeah,
is how I read it.
Because there's part of this where I think you're joking with them.
Because I'm
like,
again,
wait a minute.
I'm trying to figure out.
Is he playing them?
I'm trying to figure out if he's joking or not. If he's joking,
without asking.
If I'm joking, I guess so. Because I'm like, I don't know, man. Because here's the thing, I don't want to. I was trying to figure out how to de-escalate this, and obviously it wasn't working.
Let me ask you a question, Vito. In like watching this back, does it hit you at all different than what? Because I get when you're in the moment.
Yeah,
I get it. I was like, oh man, like I misunderstood that, or like I kind of jumped over the fucking. I went way too aggressive. Like I went. Does it the tone and stuff? Does it strike you even a little bit different than when your feelings?
I was
that
absolutely
situation.
in my feelings. The second a guy says,
sure.
I'm going to damage
That's
your
on
property.
it.
When a guy says, I'm going to damage your property, it's like, I'm like...
But does it seem like he's less
like,
serious now, or does it seem like
Eric
maybe
July's
it could
arm
be a
hair?
joke?
I think he's going to shave his arm hair.
I think, like, honestly, I can't read him, but, like, I'm still listening to this, and I'm going, he could be, like...
He could be serious.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the needle has moved at all, watching it again, like from a more objective position than when you're when it's actually happening.
That's a good question. Does it feel different at all?
Here's the thing: is there's certain boundaries. If I called up Riley and I said I'm going to rape,
you just totally ignored his question. Usually, people who are lying.
I'm trying to get to it.
Okay.
If I called up Riley and I said I'm going to rape Mint, that would be like fucking horrendous. That would be over the.
It's retarded. No one. If you try to rape Mint would beat the shit out of you. Did you see what she did to Ralph?
I don't want to rape Mint. Okay, that's not the point.
Okay, well then why were you saying it?
She did something to Ralph?
Yeah, Mint kicked the shit out of Ralph.
What?
Ralph? A long time ago, Ralph attacked the house. And Riley and Mint beat up Ralph.
Jesus.
I mean, it was a fight. I'm not saying she clobbered him, but
you mean when they
Mint can throw
came
hands
through the door or something like that?
Yeah.
I think we watched some of that. Oh God.
Hey,
Okay. Sorry, I derailed.
So
Go
you're
ahead.
gonna rape Mint? Okay.
So look, maybe you guys have different standards for what's like just over the line.
I think it's tasteless. Like to me, that's tasteless.
Yeah, but I mean, what if the joke is I'm going to rape Mint?
I don't
like,
think
you got to say it.
I don't think it's serious.
Yeah, it's not serious.
Like, but it's like, but I don't think like I just that's just like it's too
Right.
too shock value-y.
Yeah,
For me, it's not something that I would do.
not something you would do.
And everybody makes that decision for themselves.
Right.
For me saying I'm going to commit property damage and theft, which I don't know. He could steal shit out of my garage. He could rip something off the front of my. I don't know.
Riley.
But I'm saying to me that's over the that's.
Because it's your stuff, but kids, you talk
over
about
the line.
fucking.
No, if I called up anybody and I said I'm going to fuck your kids, that would absolutely be over the line. If I'm doing it in like a public, and if I'm doing it again, if Riley had posted on like Twitter that he's like, oh, hey, I'm going to fucking break it, like that's different. It's got an audience. It's not a private phone call.
Do you think it would have been over the line if you hadn't reacted like this?
What do you mean?
Like if you were just like, okay, whatever. Then it would have been like that was a dumb joke.
But that's what
Riley.
I was trying to do. Like after he said that, I said, "Okay, I'm just like trying to de-escalate."
Okay, you keep using that word. I don't know if you know.
Do you not think it's over the line to call somebody up and like? Do you think that's to go? I'm going to come to your fucking house. I'm going to steal all your like.
All this shit that I'm listening to is hilarious from everyone's side.
Okay, I mean, I can't find it hilarious. It's my line. Like I just don't.
Well, why didn't you just hang up then?
Because I didn't want them to do this thing, and I figured
You're going to talk them out of it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
How did that go?
Not well, I guess.
Well,
you know what? It did go well because they understand now that if they come on my private property, I'll call the cops, and it seems to be they go, okay, Vito is serious about that,
and then they can make that choice whether to do it or not.
Yeah, I mean that's not even like a thing.
But at the end of the day, you know what? It did work because I was able to tell them, listen. This is me being serious. If you come on my property, I'm calling the cops.
Man, your takeaway from this is this was a good idea?
Yeah. It was what I had to do in the moment. And if I got
This is like BoJack Horseman.
I got heated. It's not BoJack Horseman. If I got heated and I was like emotional, yeah, I get that way when people talk about fucking with my property.
What are you going to do when someone real says this? Like Riley's joking.
If anybody real said this, I would say I'm going to call the cops. I would freak out in the same way.
Man,
you have a different tolerance for this, and I get it. I really don't.
Well, I don't want people
tolerance.
to keep fucking with me, so I don't react.
Okay. Well, I feel like people. My thought was that people are going to think it's okay to jokingly fuck with my. Like, it's okay. It's part of the show. It's fun, and Riley's doing it. You're right. Riley is part of the show. And if Riley is saying,
not doing, yeah, he's joking about it. Okay.
And if Riley, as part of the show, is going, hey, as part of the show, I can fuck with Vito. I'm like, do you understand that? Like,
I do.
Part of the show
I can
is,
understand why you don't want that joke to be a joke.
And
I will tell you for certain that recording it and threatening to send it to the cops is not the way to make that.
It sounds like Riley's going to stay off my property, and I don't know what it was that made.
He was never coming on your property.
I don't know that, but it sounded like a guy who's as part of the show was going, "Hey, the bit is as part of the show, we go to Vito's house and we fuck with him." That's part of the show, and that's part of the bit. And I'm saying
he never presented it as that, though.
But that's how it feels. It feels like
that's irrelevant.
Here's the thing: he's in the show Discord. He's obviously sending you videos to play on the show. It's going to be
posted this.
It's going to become I know it's going to become part of the show, and that's why if it's going to become part of the show, I have to tell anyone listening. This is Riley doing whatever he wants to do. This is not part of the show.
What about
coming to my property is not part of the show.
What about threatening to send this to Eric July's cops? Though?
I will make.
Was that part of the show?
I will say anything I need to keep someone off my property. I needed to tell Riley, I'm serious. If you do this, I will take anything available to me to make you stop.
What about Hebitude? That you said you'd get a restraining order on him.
I said.
To send him
Hebitude said. I said in the Discord, if anyone threatens to come harass me on my property, I will contact the cops.
And then he said,
I'm going to come harass me on my property.
Can you not see how that's obvious? Like that's definitely the response you're going to get.
I have to have the same response.
So you want
anyone.
people to make that joke. Because you're behaving in a way that will make people make the joke.
If you want to make that joke, that's fine. But at the end of the day, if you step foot on my property, I have to call the cops.
So you want people to make the joke. I mean, the things you're saying are totally diametrically opposed.
I can't stop you from joking around.
But you're asking for people to do it more.
To joke around?
Yes. That they're coming to your house. Do you not see that?
I just have to lay out this boundary, and I have to lay it out for Riley. And
you've laid it out so many times.
I laid it out in private. I didn't lay it out in the Discord. But then Riley's in the Discord laughing about it and talking to fans in the Discord and saying that as a guy who's a part of the show, he's going to go and fuck with Vito on his property. And that was the moment.
He said that.
And that was the moment I had to go into the Discord. He didn't say it specifically because, again,
kind of important when it comes to comedy.
He also refuses to say, I will not come on your private property.
Well,
so
yeah,
I have to assume when he says, I'm going, how else is he going to do private property damage? He's going to throw rocks from the street?
Exactly. How else? Is he going to get a space missile?
How is he going to steal stuff from my house if he's not on private property?
But that's what Eric said about shaving his shoulder hair. Like, how's he going to shave my shoulder hair without breaking into my house?
If he said he's going to
I'm worried about my employees.
If Riley said he was going to shave my shoulder hair, I would know it's a joke.
Why?
Because it's not the words I'm going to do property damage and theft. It's completely different.
He said I'm going to do crimes against Eric July too,
Here's the deal.
I think.
I can't have people come to my house as part of the show.
Is there anything, if there was a way to, if you had $1 million and you could never say that phrase for the 10 million and 1th time, would you do it or would you say the phrase again?
I would
you
take the
money
$1 million.
and you'd never say that phrase again because you said it
100%.
like so many times, like a mnemonic hammer. We get it. You don't want people at your house.
But
saying,
if you don't get it, like, what are we talking about?
I think everybody believes you with that statement.
And I'm
that's why we're wondering why you keep saying it.
I think everybody believes you.
All of us.
Okay, because here's what's happening is people are going, yeah, but Riley's joking.
Right, he is.
Okay, if he's joking, that's good.
So then why are you upset?
Because I'm happy if he's joking.
But then you're still like tweeting about it and posting about don't come on my property, don't come on, making it sound like it's real that he's doing it.
Because my understanding is like the joke is to threaten me, to threaten my. I also don't want people to threaten my.
You don't want them to, you don't want people to joke about it. I agree with that. I don't want people joking about it. That's what I'm asking. Do you want people to joke about it or not?
I would prefer people don't joke about it. I'm saying I don't think I can stop them.
But okay, so I'm saying. When
You're
go
saying
into
if I was
Discord,
100% rational that this would have turned out in a better way.
No. I'm saying when you go into Discord and say, anybody who says this, I'll call the cops on, what do you think people are going to do?
I meant...
Say this.
I meant if I consider it a serious threat. Obviously, I'm not going to...
But you said you're going to get a restraining order on Hibitude.
When I say if some... Okay, here's what I said. I said if anyone makes a threat against my property, and I think people would understand that the implied thing is like a serious threat or something.
But you asked for his name so you could file a restraining order. Were you joking?
Yes.
You were joking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you think he knows? You were joking?
I would hope so.
Hard to tell with all the...
Because he didn't say, I'm going to, break into your property or whatever.
Yeah, he just stopped subscribing to the show, though. He's a good guy.
Did?
Yeah.
Why don't we just stop fighting? And if you want me to not talk about you, I won't talk about you. Why don't we just...
Bro!
You don't even have to be my friend. I won't talk about you.
The hat's over the
That's what
fence,
you need.
Vito! The hat is over the fence!
Not a saying.
The what?
The
The
hat.
hat is over the fence!
I don't know what that means.
You've eaten enough ballpark franks to know what that means.
The hat is over the fence?
Holy shit, you might be the worst writer I've ever met.
Okay, Riley.
Okay, I'm the worst writer.
He hasn't met
bad
Maddox.
friend. Can we just
The hat's over the fence.
let's just stop.
Bro, you say, oh, I'm going to stop talking about men's salad on The Biggest Problem. And then we have a fucking Biggest Problem episode where all you do is talk about me. That's not talking about me.
Man, if you want to be look, you guys are in the Discord.
Part of the show.
You're making content that is part of you made a video. Riley made a video walking up the hill. Did you want Dick to not play that?
I didn't say that. I said you mentioned
content that is going to be on the show.
You're connecting two different things, motherfucker. What I am saying is that you said that you would not mention me on The Biggest Problem, and then here you go, make an entire fucking Biggest Problem episode about me because
you see what I mean about her? God bless Riley. What a saint. He tolerates
he really
this.
is.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
oh, my God.
I've said
because
that
she's
to
got huge
Riley.
cans that you can see on fansly.com/mint salad.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do if it's like, you can't talk about mint salad, but also please play all of Riley's videos on the show, but never mention... I'm like, okay, you guys
You don't have to... You can just ignore all of this shit. It doesn't matter.
But you're going to play it on the show.
No,
What do you want me to do?
all
Just
of this,
sit
like,
there quietly?
preferences and what they're saying, it's just all dumb bullshit.
Well, she's really upset that I mentioned her on the show.
Who fucking cares?
I'm trying to apologize and figure out what they want.
This is not a good apology.
Well, because I don't know what they want.
You gotta ask.
I've asked a million. This is me asking.
What did she say?
She said, "Don't talk about me on the show." And
she
I
said, "Don't relate me to Riley."
Okay.
And you insulted my view counts.
Right. And I think you brought her up on the show, and you said you're fighting with mint salad, and I was like, well,
but I don't know if you really apologized
Just
for
go.
what she
I
wanted.
can't talk about it.
Can't stop talking about me.
And in defense, says this. Oh, what? I'm not supposed to play Riley's content, connecting us again.
Yeah.
You are connected, you dumb fucking morons.
When Riley does it, when Dick says, "Hey, you really pissed off mint salad."
You see how they have you all tripped up trying to figure out what they want, and they're just being retarded?
They very much tripped me up by saying they were going to commit property damage.
Did you ever watch Benji on Howard Stern?
I never heard anyone who said they were going to commit property damage against Benji. See, you always say, you're like, oh, it's Baba Booey, it's whatever. And I'm like, I never heard an episode of Howard Stern where someone told fucking Baba Booey, hey, I'm going to come to your house and steal your shit. And Howard said, ha, 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 ha.
Well, not Howard.
Well, what do you mean not Howard? Who fucking... That's not a thing. This is like way above Howard Stern
No, Crazy
shit.
Cabbie attacked Stuttering John, I think. Or Stuttering John attacked Crazy Cabbie.
They had a boxing match at the end of the day.
Somebody attacked somebody in the studio. I don't know if that's true. I think there was a lot of fights.
Yeah, John beat the shit out of Crazy Cabbie.
There's a lot of threats.
Yeah, but I remember anytime there was a fight on the Howard Stern show, both Howard and Robin going, whoa, 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 and putting a stop to it. Like, if there was ever any...
What did I say? Before I went out, I said, hey, I'm going out. Can everybody pause this till tomorrow? And I get back, and there's fucking 20 million arguments in the DMs and stretching over everything.
Okay, because you said we're going to, let's put a stop to this and deal with it tomorrow, which I did. I stopped. And then Mint at 3 a.m. goes, I've decided I want to escalate this.
And what did you do?
I said, you should wait and talk to Dick.
And then what?
And then she said, I'm going to escalate this. We're posting
So you didn't say anything
the video
else?
of the call.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? I can read it. I don't think that was the end of the convo.
I said, if you post that call, we'll have escalated this past the point of no return.
So that's a big threat.
We're clearly at the point of no return. Like, this is not going to get solved.
Well,
this is
nothing. I don't know if it's a point of no return.
Do you think that, like, there's ever going to be me, Riley, and Mint, or like...
Yeah, because this is retarded.
Dude, okay. I'm happy to drop it at any point. Look, as long as everybody, look.
Vito, none of this is real.
That's fine. As long as I can understand that everybody respects my boundaries, then fine. I'm happy to drop it.
They respect your boundaries because they knew it would fucking rile you up. That's the point.
I got riled up. You guys won.
Well, I mean, I don't think they see it as a win. They're probably sad.
Okay, whatever you want to see it as, but I see it as a win for myself because I've established my boundaries and I needed to do that.
Okay, you win.
Okay.
Riley loses.
I get the win I need, and Riley gets the win he needs, which is people are mad at me for caring about my house.
It gets good though. I'm just gonna let it play for a bit.
I should go. I'm not allowed to talk about mint salad because she said I can't talk about her. I'll do that. I can do that.
No. You should disingenuously.
He won't tell me what he wants. I have to guess.
Yeah.
How much better you are than her.
I have to guess what
you
they want.
fucking this entire episode. You're like, oh my goodness.
You do need
she
help.
needs help.
I'm
Please
sorry.
go pitiful.
You
Go look at
definitely
her
need
views.
help.
Also,
Holy Lord.
her Twilight Zone only gets
Your
100
view
views.
counts are really bad.
I'm a much better content creator
definitely a
than
better
she
content
is.
creator
But
than
go
you.
look at her. Go subscribe to her.
3K views on a Minecraft video in 24 hours, Vito.
Yeah.
You fucking failure. You are popular. Your fame comes from Ryan Johnson making a bad movie
everything I
and
do
Kendall
doesn't
Jenner making a
count.
commercial for Pepsi.
You're right. Everything I do is fake.
That's it.
What?
That's it.
Exactly.
That's all your
What?
success. That's all your fame.
I agree.
So who are you to come around being like, oh, I'm on a high horse, even though the horse shouldn't hold my weight. I'm still on this high horse.
She fucked up the joke,
She really
right?
fucked it up.
And here I
that
am.
autism.
Oh, looks like
A lot
you
of weird
got
metaphors
less,
from these guys.
You got less views. Ah ha ha. That sucks. Hey guys, throw some pity at
You guys
her.
should throw some pity at Mid-South.
I don't want people to watch my content because they feel pity
That's
for
the only
me,
reason
Vito.
they're watching it, man.
And
Nobody
that's what
likes
this
those movie
advertising
reviews. Come
was.
on.
It felt pitiful. It felt like you wanted need to get some pig
Those are
views.
the only views on those fucking terrible movie reviews. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're joking.
Yeah, we're in joking mode now. Now I've been told it's all a joke, and we can get back to making jokes. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm happy with
Look,
that.
you guys, okay. Riley's been antagonizing me, obviously.
Yeah.
We agree on that.
Yeah, but motherfucker, you involved me in that. I'm not Riley. I don't do the things that Riley does.
Okay, so that happened. I involved you. I tried to apologize. You said no. And then now you've been antagonizing me, yes?
You fucking... Hey, if
You fucking hey.
if you had stopped mentioning me or stopped involving me after the first time you apologized, then that'd be okay. But you fucking brought me up 3 times after that.
like
This
Judas.
says you've been fighting with Mint Salad. Part of the show is we talk about what's going on, especially with internet drama, with Eric July, with Riley, whatever
being
else.
disingenuous.
So
You're
it says you're fighting with Mint Salad.
See how Riley, he's being disingenuous.
Yeah, he's
You're being
coaching her.
disingenuous.
He's coaching her.
Yeah, I might talk about it.
He's gaslighting you.
If you don't want to be
He makes
involved,
He's
you
gaslighting you.
me.
You-
He's gaslighting you. He's got you.
You fucking mentioned...
You're trapped in a logic
How do you
trap.
not see that's a joke? He's gaslighting you. He's got you. He's got you on the ropes.
Look, now that it's been a couple days and it seems like Riley's not going to come on my property,
Now you're feeling okay.
Now I'm feeling a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
well, I think he understands.
What if he's right? He's there right now, recording a video.
that I have
Didn't
well,
me
I'm taking a
Yeah,
big
all
L.
bets are off.
times after that. Okay?
No, after fighting me. Not between the apology and the dick show, but in the first place, he's gaslighting you because he's better at talking than you are.
So,
I'm not gaslighting.
yes, you are. That's what gaslighters
I'm
say.
not gaslighting you. It's pretty funny.
Just confused. You guys are mad at me. You're trolling me. I'm trolling you back a tiny bit,
Vito!
but ultimately, I just want to end
Vito,
this.
there's
So let's
no
just
you
end
guys.
it.
She's mad at you. I'm not mad at you. There is no
You're
love
both
lost
mad
here,
at me.
and I'm using the
You're
phrase
both-
correctly.
Riley, you're both clearly mad at me. You're screaming at me. Are you going to say
Me
you're both
screaming
not mad
is
at me?
not a sign of anger, Vito.
Does this sound like a not
It's a
angry
sign
guy?
of fucking
You're
patience.
not-
What are you gonna say, Sean?
No, I think that's the first time where I think he's exasperated. I know he's yelling.
Who, me or
but-
Riley?
No,
Riley.
Riley. But it's like Dick yells sometimes, and I know he's not angry. He
Yeah,
yells other
yeah.
times, and I know he is angry.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
like that's
You
just
think
kind
Riley's
of
past the point
knowing the person.
here?
I don't think.
can tell, though.
I don't think so far Riley has been angry in the video at all.
At all.
I think he's actually having a good time.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
That's my read
Anger
on
is a
it.
sign of patience. Like that's obviously a joke, right?
I don't know, man. I
But- yeah.
really take.
And I
can
think
see
here,
that.
he's like, I can't believe you don't get it. Like, I'm not angry.
Right,
like,
right.
Why would you have
Why
that
would
idea?
you think that?
But that's.
But
you
even if he's
feel-
not angry, like it's not if he's angry, it's still in my head. I'm like, he could do this thinking it's funny. Like I don't want him on my property being like, oh, it's funny to fuck around. Like it doesn't really matter his mindset for it. Like it doesn't matter if he's angry or not.
Yeah.
And again, if he does it, he's going to film it. It's going to be a bit for the show. It's going to get played on all the shows. It's going to get played on his whatever.
And you want to stop that before it starts.
I wanted to stop. Yeah, that was in my head. I'm like, he's going to
Threatening
come.
to call the cops is not a good way to do that.
I didn't threaten to call the cops until he really sounded serious to me, or at least in my head, it sounded like he was serious. I don't know.
I will never change how he acts. Threatening to call until he's in
I think
jail.
it did though.
Well,
but here's the thing.
I think you're not right
I
about
think it's
that.
going to keep him off my property. I really
think that
do.
what you're missing is that Riley likes you, and
I like Riley and Mint.
yeah, but you're kind of like you are kind of a dick to her.
But here's the like Riley's a dick to me all the time.
Yeah, but her like you're a dick.
When was I'm not a dick to me.
Making fun of her views and stuff is really mean because you're so successful.
That
on
is
YouTube.
the one. I think that's the one thing, hopefully, that I've ever done that like antagonized Mint, and it was specifically in response to Riley being like, "Your YouTube channel sucks. You don't know how to get views," and I was basically saying, "Yeah, but you manage Mint's channel, and this is."
Do you
not
not see
doing good
how
either.
it's mean to make fun of?
Yes,
Mint's
I see how
views?
it's mean, and that's why I've tried to apologize for it a bunch of times. Like I get it.
You have to actually.
I understand that
apologize
it's mean.
for it.
I know I have to. I'm not good at
Not
apologies.
recording it.
Well, I wasn't recording it until after. Again, when I said Mid-Salad called me, I genuinely just wanted to talk to Mid-Salad and
I believe
apologize.
you, but then you were on EVS saying like she just wants me to promote her. Like that's a pretty shitty thing to say.
No. I didn't say she just wants me to promote her, but he said, "What have you guys been fighting about?" And part of it was, I think friends of mine think I don't give back as much as they give me, and that is something that got brought up. This idea where I'm like, Mint, I really like you. I try to promote you as much as I can. She goes, well, you've never promoted this, or this. And I said, okay, well, but you just have to tell me to promote that. I can't know exactly what you want to have promoted. Like, you have to make me aware of it.
It's like I'm putting down a like a Candyland game board, and I say they're right there, and you're like, going all over all these different things.
Well, because the thing is like the idea, or at least how Mint interprets it, is me saying, oh, Vito's trying to say the only reason I'm mad at him is because he doesn't promote me. And it was really more me trying to explain my mindset when it comes to my friends. Is I think a lot of my friends, I think you think, and maybe I'm crazy, I think you probably think Vito doesn't give back as much as he gets from you.
You're crazy.
Do you think I contribute like equally
to the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate that, but I am a guy who I constantly feel like I'm not doing enough for people. I really do.
You gotta stop that. They're like specific. I mean, first of all, it's a girl, so
all my
like if you fight with a guy's girlfriend, it's like
because you're making his home life difficult.
Yeah, he has to defend her aggressively.
But that's why
because he's gonna have to hear about it all the time.
You're kind of attacking their relationship.
And ever.
Yeah.
But that's why in my head I was like, that's why I'm kind of worried this is serious, because again, it's not Riley and Eric July. It's me insulting Riley's girlfriend.
The hurt feelings are real, but this shit is not real. This is like retarded.
And in the moment, I was like, this feels real. Because again, it's like Riley's like, you've insulted my girlfriend.
Well, that's why it's so funny. Because you can tell that you think it's real, and I think you can tell that Riley doesn't think it's real.
But here's the thing. You can hear me in that, and I think it's real, right? You hear that in my voice? Because previously you've said, oh, Vito, you knew they were joking, and you're only doing this for some like vindictive thing. Do you think I genuinely was kind of worried that people were going to show up and film outside my house as part of the show?
I think you don't want it to become a joke so that crazy people do it. I think you don't want copycats doing what Riley's
that's
doing.
probably the biggest thing.
I don't think you really think Riley's
I'm a lot.
do it.
Well, there was part of me.
I think you're scared, but I don't think you're scared of Riley.
I think there was part of me that's like, I don't think Riley would take it too far, but I do think he would film content for the show that kind of establishes that this is part of the show.
Yeah,
and that was a big part of it. That I'm like, Riley,
but that's reasonable.
Well, okay, thank you. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
that's reasonable.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is like
threatening to put Riley in jail so that doesn't happen.
But here's the thing, Dick, is like everybody's like, Vito, why are you spurring out? Why are you going crazy?
Yeah,
because no one has said to me you're being reasonable. I have not heard that from people.
Your reaction's not reasonable.
Okay,
the fear is reasonable.
My fear. Okay, well, I've never heard anyone say that my fear is reasonable. And the only people who have said that are people in DMs who are going, listen, I can't I have a lot of people. Whatever, I won't say who it is, but I have people in DMs who are like, listen, man, I get it. I understand why you don't want this to be part of the show. Yeah. And I'm sorry that like people think it's okay and it's funny.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing is,
but those people like are not the people who, again, I'm hearing that from not the people who I want to hear that from, I guess. Like I want to hear you saying to me, Vito, I understand you wanting your home to not be part of the show is totally reasonable, is probably the most important thing you said to me today. Like I deeply appreciate that.
But the problem is then the way you're acting is kind of guaranteeing it.
I mean, all I can do at this point, I think it was guaranteed. If I let Riley make a video fucking around outside my house, it would have been guaranteed as well.
But that wasn't happening.
I didn't know that. You just said that my fear of that happening was reasonable.
Not of Riley doing it, of other people doing it.
No.
I think your fear is real, but I don't think there's any chance of Riley doing it.
But you're saying my fear of Riley making it sound like it's okay because he's threatening to do it, not him actually filming.
I don't think there's any chance.
You don't think there was any chance of him filming a video outside my house?
Outside, like Sniper Wolf outside?
No, like actually in front of my like front door, or like next to my window, or next to my car in the garage, or something.
Well, I mean, these are all like.
I think there's a chance that he would have done that.
I think Riley would do something totally harmless, like stand on the street.
Standing in the street is fine,
but I don't think so. See,
I do think so. I believe in free speech, and I think if you want to troll me from the public street,
you
that's
have
fine.
like a PR response to this that I don't agree with. is the problem.
Look, I'm not going to be happy about fucking with me, and it will annoy my neighbors, and it might, get me in trouble with the landlord. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, I at least understand, like, yes, as a public figure, I am a public figure. I'm on this show. If somebody decides they want to troll me from the public street, like, I can't stop them. I can be upset about it. I cannot like it. I can hope that people on this show would not encourage it to happen, outside of,
But
like,
you're
some
encouraging it to
trolling.
happen.
Okay.
Because you won't stop talking about it.
No, but here's... okay. I'm saying, here's the thing. I'm more...
Do you not get that?
I would be more okay with people... If what I have to do to keep my private property safe is tell people to troll me on the public street, I'd rather have that solution.
No, what you had to do to stop all of this was to just stop responding. And it all would have just gone away.
Okay.
Or at least stop saying how important it is that no one looks at your house.
I believed, and I still believe that I really needed to tell Riley I'm taking this 100% seriously. Don't film in my private property.
I mean, that's like you're describing the thinking of every person who has ever been trolled into oblivion to a T.
But those people were trolled on public property, and I have no problem with that. You can troll me on public property.
Yeah. When EVS said that it was like your brain was broken, do you think that he was right or that you were right?
I think that people did not understand how important this is to me.
So you're saying that he was wrong and you were right.
I think that
If you could explain it to him, he would understand.
No, I don't think he would understand. I don't think people understand how important this is to me.
He could disagree with how you chose to handle it.
I think people
could think like, oh, well, I think you can handle it
perfectly.
I think I handled it in the way that I had to handle it to make it so people don't come on.
It's really remarkable to hear that in any circumstance, and it's insanely remarkable to hear it in this instance where everyone is saying you're fucking up for this exact reason.
I'm okay with that. I need to be clear about this. If everybody comes away and they go, Vito's crazy, Vito's a spurg, Vito's whatever.
Vito's going to get exactly what he doesn't want.
Okay. If it lets people know that I have this boundary.
It'll encourage it.
Okay.
Well, it's the manner in which you let people know too.
It's better than, again,
So you want more of it.
Well,
so you're acting in a way to get more of it, so you want more.
I tried to keep it all private, and it couldn't be kept private. I tried to keep it private in these whatever groups.
When you threaten to call them, we'll get to the. Okay, let's
angry.
Call one.
You're not angry.
No, this is not what I sound like. Angry.
If he's angry, he's not saying anything.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna find out.
Screaming at me, he's not angry.
Remember when I was being sent off by the cops? That was anger. Okay. That's what anger looked like.
What?
Vito.
So I won't talk about you. I won't talk about men on the show. How's that?
You already did. You already have. Oh. There's no way you're getting out of this without that $600 refund as a token that you'll shut the fuck up. Consider it bail.
Okay, well, you're not getting that.
Well, then I'm going to come to you, and you're going to make me that $600 in a different way.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go to the public street and get $600.
That's not what he said, though. That's not what he said.
If he keeps
Vito,
it legal, he can
fucked up.
keep it legal.
If you want to monetize me for $600, that's fine.
Keep
I would
it
hope you
legal.
would consider the fact that I donated your bail as something, but you don't.
It's not.
Why'd you say
Stop
that?
fucking saying that because I looked and I don't see your fucking name anywhere. So either you donated an anonymous. Then why do you keep saying, "Oh, I donated" if it was anonymous?
Because I donated.
Then why didn't you put your name? Because then people could be like, it's the same thing as like the ghostwriter logic. You could just say you did.
Involved in your legal situation.
But you gave money, so that is being involved.
I don't want to publicly be involved with your legal situation.
You're the third most publicly involved person in my legal situation after me and Eric and before Dick.
Okay, well, I don't want that, so I'm not going to have my name attached to donations.
You can't just like go in and then back out and then go in and back out constantly.
He's arguing minutia with you because it's an easy point to sidetrack you from
Riley
your
fucking
point.
dialogue coach?
Autistic people need that.
Vito, you already mentioned
It doesn't
me.
matter if he gave us $100. You put $600 into Vito loses. You put $600 into Super Killer. We gave him $300 fucking bucks at the strip club. $100 from this fat piece of shit does not make up for how annoyed I am hearing Mint complain about you, Vito.
There you go.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that part.
$600 refund.
I'm fucking
All right.
I haven't slept in 62 hours.
Pause it
No,
for 2 seconds.
no.
Riley, I get it. I get it. I 100% empathize. I 100% get it. And I'm really sorry. Riley, to you, I'm desperately sorry. I really am.
It's a real apology.
That's the realest
That's a
apology
real
you're ever
apology.
gonna get. I completely get it.
Refunds.
Hang up! We're going to California!
A few moments later.
Hello.
And then you came up terrified. Is that when the call ended?
I think I'm still. I
Are
don't
you
know.
still okay.
I don't remember.
Hey, so is everything calmed down?
I can't believe it.
How low is this guy's fucking blood sugar? What the fuck?
All right. Well, I want you to know I have a recording of our entire
So do
conversation.
I! I'm releasing it.
So, if you do commit assault,
Assault?
You made that up?
you said you're going to commit crimes of.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Then why didn't you put your date already?
Yes.
Where'd it go?
Like
Okay, so
recording
you're
your
going to
phone
commit a
call.
crime.
That's an example.
So you're going to commit a crime while you're already facing charges for another crime.
Yeah, that sounds funny how you're putting it. It sounds like
Riley.
I'll make $600 off of it.
You're going to make $600 off committing a crime.
Yeah,
I'm not
that would
recording
make it
right
about
now,
equal
by
for
the
me.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not recording this. I'm in my car.
Do you know what it'll do to you, though?
What are you going to do?
No, do you know what it will do to you?
See, I'm trying to figure out what he's actually planning.
I mean, is it not obvious?
No.
Riley, I don't want to be assaulted. I don't know what to tell you.
We did.
What? Who is we?
Hold on, I got to back up my car.
Oh my goodness. Riley didn't say he was going to assault you.
You know,
Okay, so you're
all
not-
this is recorded, Vito. So all this goes into the record now. That you have pretended that you're afraid that I'm going to assault you, the same way that other people have pretended that they're afraid that I'm going to assault them.
All I heard was you screaming in the background about how you're going to commit a crime.
Yes.
And something about violence.
I'm going to commit a series of escalating crimes that won't be prosecuted in California.
So I'm trying to figure out what he wants to do.
But he didn't say assault.
Yeah, no, I misheard.
Or
him.
violence.
I heard crime and I heard property damage and I heard theft and I guess I just mixed it all together in my head.
Okay.
I'm not genuinely trying to. Why would I invent?
Well,
that?
that's what Eric did.
Yeah, but I'm on a private phone call. I'm not telling people publicly. Riley said he's going to assault me, and I stopped saying that after he said no.
Okay.
I didn't say I'm going to assault you.
All right.
That's the way I
And you're
phrased it
doing
exactly.
this. And why?
I'm trying to figure out exactly what is happening.
What do you mean by that?
Cell reception in your area is bad.
It's bad. It cuts out when you drive down the hill.
Because I'm up in the hills.
I was thinking of switching.
Are you there?
What'd you say? All
My
of that
parents
cut
all
out.
transferred off the family plan without telling
I'm sorry,
me.
I'm in the hills. I lose connection, but I'm almost down at ground level. Okay. Guy,
You're still cutting
just
out.
stop. Hello, test 1, 1, 2. Test 1, 1, 2.
All right, I
Test
can hear
one.
you.
Okay, cool. I'm not talking about you on the show, okay? And if there's anything if there's something you need me to read, that would be here's what actually happened, whatever you need, okay?
But you already mentioned me on the show.
Okay.
What's that?
In the future, don't I know she's hung up on but you already did. But
I
you
keep
already
going,
did.
I'm not
okay,
gonna do
I'll
this.
Stop
Yeah, but you already
in the
said
future.
you already framed her as a desperate loser,
Right,
like
and
a parasite.
I said, give me something to tell me what you need to do. I'll do whatever you what do you need to make this better? And it keeps going.
You got to understand
You already
that that's
did
what
this
they're
thing.
upset about.
Okay,
It's not all,
I get
all
that, and
read
I'm-
whatever you want.
Right, but I'm saying, okay, so we know I've already done this thing. What
Yeah.
will make this better for you? And they can't tell me.
Yeah, not
know if
doing
they
it in the.
know.
If you don't do it in the future, she'll have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying I won't talk about you on the show.
But that's not what she's upset about. That's the problem.
She's upset that it already. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, how do I make this better?
You got to understand why she's upset.
I do understand why she's upset. Absolutely.
Why?
She's upset that I connected her to Riley. She doesn't want to be connected to Riley. She wants her, personal projects and her movie reviews to be considered. This is Mint Salad. It has nothing to do with Riley. If you're attacking Riley and you're fighting with him online, don't bring her up. Don't connect it to anything to do with her YouTube channel. Keep it between you and Riley, right?
I mean, kind of.
Then you explain it. What is it?
Well, you went on EVS's show and told 2,000 people that she's upset because she wants more promotion.
So why? Why is she upset? So that's why she's upset. Okay,
that would be for someone that doesn't have the ability to go and tell that many people that they're not that. That would be upsetting.
What did I say about her on EVS?
She's upset that you're not promoting her.
Again, I wasn't trying to make it sound like that's why she's upset. I think I said on the show. And we talked about it. EVS was like, well, you made fun of her YouTube channel. We talked about that, and I said, yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah.
And then I said, I do think that my friends think that I don't, do enough to promote them, and that's also something Mint says. But I didn't say that's the reason she's upset with me.
Oh, man, you get a very bad taste in your mouth about Mint if that's the only thing you hear.
All right.
I'm already on the show.
You already mentioned me on the show. You said earlier.
We're going to do another show. We're going to do another show, and whatever you want read, I'll read it. Whatever you need me to say about the situation, if you need to say, Vito is an idiot, this is what he did, he's a bad guy, I will read it verbatim.
Are you saying this are you saying this with the hope that it'll get you out of some consequence?
The consequence would be me having to read a thing that says I'm wrong. How is that?
The consequence for your behavior of bringing me in with to your fight with Riley and mentioning me 3 times after you said you would not mention me on the show and then mentioning me on the show. The consequence.
Dick mentioned you on the show. Dick did that.
You fucking kept bringing it up.
He made it a topic. If you didn't want
he made it a running joke.
To tell that to
Vito, you made it a fucking running joke. Okay?
He brought you up.
Once, and you brought it up as a running joke. Okay?
Because it's not a joke. I was genuinely trying to fucking apologize. Why does nobody believe me? What do you want for an apology? I was trying. Nobody gets it.
Fucking.
That's my apology.
Why does nobody believe it?
I'm bad at apologies.
$600 is worth $580 more than your apology is worth.
Okay, well that money's spent. I'm sorry.
I know it's spent, you fucking flailing moron. Every crowdfunder does the same shit.
Okay.
We all know. We know. You suck.
You're gonna get the stuff, and you can sell the stuff.
I'm not paying for your shit.
It's not worth anything.
I'll ship it.
You
for
will
free.
ship it
You
then.
can have free. You're right. I will ship it to you for free. You're fine. You don't
I'll
have to
take
pay
half
anything
points
else.
on that. I will take half points on that for the refund.
I got half points.
Half forgiveness. If you ship it to me without me having to fucking pay for it.
I will ship it to you with no shipping cost. And if there's something else you want me to ship you, I'll ship you. But the money's spent. I can't just give you $600. I'm sorry.
What do you mean the money's spent?
You need to have more in your bank. Okay?
Yeah, well, you know what? The stock market really fucking sucks, and I was
just
down on
wanted to
shit
keep
ton of
the
money.
$600.
If the market comes back and Bitcoin comes back,
I don't know any
we'll see what
Bitcoin.
happens.
Oh, man.
The money's gone.
I figured Riley's stupid enough to fall for that. And he was.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'll send it to you for free, and you can sell it to whoever you want, and you're never going to talk to me again. Okay? But if you,
that's so
if you
dirty.
send Dick videos,
That's pretty
he's
bad.
going to play
That's so
them.
dirty.
If Dick asks me, what's going on with you and Mint Salad, I can't go, well, I can't talk about it on the show because Dick will just razz the shit out of me unless you talk to Dick and tell
Here
him
we are.
you do not want Mint Salad brought up on the show. You have to tell that to Dick.
You acting
have to tell
like
him.
Mint doesn't want you to mention her versus not treat her like shit is like... I can't tell if you're missing
I
the
was
point.
trying to apologize. It's my apology. I'm sorry I suck at it. I'm sorry I'm bad at apologizing. I tried the best I can, but clearly I suck at it, so I'll stop.
You know what?
I will never talk about you again. I get it. It's over.
That's not...
I'll stop.
not over. You're not in charge of this. It has
I'm not
left your
trying to be in
control.
charge. I'm telling you I'm going to do exactly what you want. You don't want me to talk about it, so I won't. That's not me being in charge. That's
Okay,
me literally
hold on one second.
acquiescing to what
We
you
got-
want.
no, we have too much to
You're
go
in
through.
charge of that scenario.
You don't get
You
to pick
asked me to do
Now we
something,
found the root of the
and
problem.
I'm going to do it. What is the fucking
It's
problem?
who's in charge.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah.
You are the biggest problem in the universe.
I'm doing exactly what you want.
No, you are not.
Riley, you're in
Why
charge.
not?
You're in charge.
Because What I want you,
You don't
to
have
do
the you don't have the
is
authority to
stop
say that.
I know. That's the
picking fights with everyone, thinking that the consequences of the fights go away when you say, "Well, I'm sorry I said that."
Okay,
And I will teach you
try
that
to-
lesson. I'll teach you a lesson a 40-year-old should know by now, and you will never fucking forget it.
Teach you.
Okay, so you basically you don't want anything at this point. You're just mad and you want to come punish me.
I'm in charge
Yes.
when I say that. Okay.
Correct.
And so you want to drive?
Correct.
Drive to California to do what?
So I want to know what he's going to do. That's
You're
it.
gonna find out Friday, aren't you? Oink, 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 oink.
A few moments later.
So what's your takeaway from what he's gonna do?
I don't know.
Not nothing.
You're going to find out on Friday after he said he's going to do property damage and theft. I don't know. But here's the thing. I believed he was going to come on my property to fuck with me. So I needed to be like, don't come on my property.
All right, that's.
I really need
you're
him to
asking
not.
a lot. You're asking a lot.
Asking Riley to not film on my property is like totally reasonable.
No, I mean you're asking a lot for people to believe you think that. After
That he would
Riley's,
film, I could see him coming up onto my property and like putting stickers on the door, and then somebody sees that and they go like, "Oh, hey, like this is part of the show, fucking with the house." Like
that's the part. That's the part.
yes.
Yeah.
I think it would set an example for like other people to.
Why don't you say that? Like, hey, Riley, it seems like you're planning like on a joke, but I'm really worried about other people doing.
Because in my head, all I'm hearing is like, we're gonna come fuck with your property, and I'm just like, I just need to put a stop to it. I don't know the best way to articulate it.
Well, let's see how you did do it.
Yeah,
we got
here we
10
go.
minutes left.
This is the good stuff.
I want you guys to know that now that I have your threats in writing, I will be going to the police to get a restraining order. If you step foot on my property, the cops will arrive to arrest you.
I'm sorry, but I don't think you can stop Riley.
That's fine. You can go to jail. I'm sure it'll help his existing court case when they have evidence of him doing the same behavior later. So if you want to go to jail, you can come to California and fuck with my property. And
Again,
commit crimes
my property.
and throw pig's blood or whatever. But you will have all evidence of this. I have surveillance cameras. All of it will be recorded, and it will be sent to whatever district court is handling whatever existing cases are out there for you. So it's your choice at this point. Do whatever you want. But it will be recorded, and it will be sent to the authorities.
That's
Okay.
true.
Yeah, you know that might be extortion.
It's extortion to tell somebody if you commit a crime, I'm going to record it.
That's not what you said. You
What
said
did I say?
if you commit a crime, I'm going to send it to other authorities in other cases to put you in jail. You didn't say I'm going to tell the police. You said I'm sending it to other authorities.
Well, who are
If
authorities?
it's relevant, if
Other
it's-
cops, the Dallas police.
Oh,
Reporting crimes is one thing. Saying do this or I'm going to send it to other authorities in another case that's
I
not
don't know the
related to
legality. All I know is that
You don't
this-
have to.
At this point, I was like, I need this guy to stay off my property, and I figure if I put the fear of God in him, he'll do it. Like, obviously, I have no way to I'm not
You
going
gonna
to
team up with Eric?
I'm not going to contact the Texas court. It would be a complete waste of my time. I would get a restraining order if I thought he was going to come on my property.
But you don't.
At this point, I still don't know because he won't say no. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think at this point
After this?
Well, here's the thing.
man.
I think at this point, it would be such an optics disaster for him to go on my private property.
Not after you threatening to report him, he would be considered a hero by a lot of people.
Okay, come be a hero. I will call the cops.
Now you've just fired. Now you have just guaranteed that it's not trespassing.
If you decide to come on my property, I will call the cops.
Oh man,
that is all I can say to you.
Okay.
If you think that's being a hero, okay.
After threatening to report him to Eric, yeah.
I have to protect my property from people coming on and fucking with me.
Oh boy.
And look at the chat. He's not saying I'm not. I will do whatever I want.
Well, you just told him to do it.
I'm gonna get a restraining order today. I have to.
Okay.
He's
and
saying-
Sunday?
Whatever.
You're gonna go knock on the.
happening.
You're gonna nail it on the front door like Martin Luther.
If he's saying I'm going to do whatever I want, I'm going to come on your property and I'm going to make videos, then I have to do it. If he can't just say, Vito, I'm obviously not going to come on your private property. I'm going to be in the street and I'm going to fuck around on the street.
You remember what happened to this guy who said that?
The guy who invited people to his house?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not inviting you to my house. I'm not inviting anyone to my house. Do not come to my house.
Okay.
No one is invited.
Okay.
Oh
It's up
boy.
to you, man. If you want to be in a jail cell, it's your choice.
Are you saying that to Mint?
I mean, at this point, if he's in the Discord saying he's coming to my private property, like, I have to act accordingly.
I think you have a really weird view of how the law works.
I think that my private property can be secured, and I can say, well, this guy's saying he's going to come fuck on my private property.
And then what's going to happen?
I'll be able to call the cops and say, I have a restraining order against this guy, and he's on my private property. I need you to trespass him.
And then what do you think they're going to say?
I don't know.
What might they say?
We'll come over and we'll deal with it.
What else might they say?
I don't know.
You can't even imagine what else they might say?
No.
That seems bizarre.
If this is what I have,
you see why people think you lie? Because you can't even imagine what else they might say.
We're not gonna come trespass a guy off your property?
That could be something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Regardless, I can't have people on my property.
Right. We heard it.
But hold on. He hasn't heard it. He's still saying he's gonna do it.
I mean, I woke up that morning to hundreds of repetitions of you saying it over and over and over, like Bart Simpson writing on a chalkboard.
Okay,
in a group DM
and
with like 20 people.
And if he comes on my private property, what do you think of that situation? If he records it as a bit for the show and he posts
after
it
you
online,
threatened to report him to the Dallas police,
it's okay now.
I'm not involved in it at all. I told you guys to leave this alone, and nobody listened to me. So I have no responsibility at all.
So but if I'm asking your opinion, if he comes on my private property, you're saying he's part of the show, and he films things on my private property.
I'm not saying. Oh yeah, sorry, not in that capacity. No, I'm not saying he's part of the show in that capacity.
Okay, so you're saying that would no longer be part of the show. So you're washing your hands of it and it has nothing. to do with
when Riley
anything.
takes a shit, that's not part of the show. I mean, he makes bits and does things sometimes. That's part of the show, but he has a whole other life.
Okay, so if Riley is making videos on my private property, he's posting them in the show Discord, and you're saying that's not part of the show.
You're saying something that is illegal, and then asking me what my opinion of it. That's illegal. Yeah.
Are you okay with Riley doing illegal stuff to me?
To you?
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing illegal stuff multiple times here, man. It's real hard.
What did I do that's illegal?
You illegally recorded a call, and you're threatening, and you're extorting him into doing something you want him to do by threatening to report his information to the Dallas cops.
First of all, it's not if somebody threatens you on a phone call, it is no longer illegal to record it.
But I don't think you thought he was threatening you. I think you're making that up after the fact.
I thought.
Well, that's hard to prove intent.
But
right?
I believe it. So I'm going with that. Okay. I think that's a crime.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's as much as a crime as this shit is.
But you've said you believe that I believed he would come onto my private property. No?
No, I think that your fear of other people copying him is very real and very intense.
What would they copy if he doesn't do it?
Well, I don't think he's going to do it. Unless you keep doing this shit, then I don't know, man. There's a lot of really nasty shit going back and forth. That's how this stuff happens.
But here's the thing. This was the night that he said, I'm going to, commit crimes on your property. I'm going to commit theft.
Yeah.
Obviously,
that all seems like a joke.
Okay, and so I obviously took it seriously. I was like, I don't know what this guy's going to... Again, he's not doing this... Listen to me. He's not doing this in a public forum as like, this is a bit, this is part of the show. It's a private phone call between me and him.
Yeah, but he's also doing it in the Discord.
I did...
And it's a call that both of you recorded.
I only recorded the first call because he said, I'm going to commit property crime. And I said, look...
But you have to say that or else it's a crime. If you don't say you thought it was serious, then it becomes a crime. So you have to keep repeating that so people think that it's not a crime. Do you see how you're incentivized?
You're saying the call's not a crime?
No, you recording it is a crime unless you think it's a real threat. So you have to keep saying it's a real threat or else it's a crime.
I genuinely believed he was coming to my property.
Exactly.
And that
you
is
have
a threat.
to keep saying that or else recording it was a crime. Do you see how that's an incentive?
Okay, so I mean, you can say, well, he has an incentive to lie, but I can tell you, I don't know when a guy's...
He's definitely lying. It's a joke.
Sean, do you think there's like a realm of possibility where I genuinely believed Riley was going to come on my property and film some stupid video? Is that like...
Yeah, it's not 0%.
Well, that's it. Like,
but
I think him going on the street and doing something is possible, and you keep saying my property
and people may
to blur the lines.
People may escalate from there. Which is a more reasonable fear.
That's a reasonable thing, and I think you're trying to extort Riley into not doing the public street thing to stop that from happening.
No. Do the public street thing. I have no way to stop you. Go.
But now, after all this is out, now you have to say that. Like, you could have said that in the first place.
I'm pretty sure I said that the same night. I've said to him, if you want to do something on the public street, I sent him a DM, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And just go to the Discord real quick. I mean, he's not saying I'm not going to come on your property.
But why would he? You just extorted him and threatened to report this shit to Eric
Why
July.
would he not say, I'm just not going to commit a crime, Vito? Like, I'm going to fuck with you. He can say all sorts of shit. I'm going to humiliate the shit out of you. I'm going to be on your street. I'm going to fuck with you. But
were you serious about reporting him to the cops?
If he comes on my property, yeah.
It sounds...
Anyone. I don't care.
No, to Eric July's cops. Were you serious about sending this shit to Eric July's cops?
No, that was me trying to put the fear of God
So
in
you were
him.
joking there, because it sounds very serious.
Not a joke. It was
a lie.
A lie.
It sounds pretty fucking serious.
Yes, I was trying to lie convincingly to keep this guy off my property.
So you see the dangerous game that you guys are in, where you're both maybe joking or maybe lying?
I'm laying out the one boundary, which is stay off my property.
Okay, so you don't want to answer any questions. It's really crazy.
You can take pictures of Sniper Wolf's house, but not Vito Giswaldi's?
You take pictures of my house.
No, I think I'm going to send all that evidence to Texas.
Oh my God. He's going to snitch on you to Texas.
I absolutely will. I will send all evidence of you fucking with my property to Texas.
Game, set, match, Vito.
Notice how he doesn't say I'm not going to fuck with your property.
I'm not committing any crimes, so I have nothing to worry about.
Why would he be nice to you after you just threatened to put him in prison?
You only have
He wasn't
to
nice to me
court of
earlier.
public opinion, then I guess.
Who started off being...
I don't want anyone fucking with my property.
There it is. I slayed it out for him. Don't fuck with my property.
I cannot believe
You just
this shit. I
threatened
can't
him
even
also,
respond.
though.
It's so hilarious.
Yeah.
He
Imagine
threatened
this level
to
of
fuck with my property. He did the first threat. What did you not get?
Hey,
I was threatened, and I responded by saying, okay, if you do this, I will do
That's
this.
what Eric July said. If you come to my private warehouse, I'll air you out. And we all made fun of him for like a year.
It's because his warehouse wasn't private. My house is private.
Man.
How are you going to make fun of me for saying, if you come fuck with my private house, I'm going to escalate and go to the cops? Well, why would that be an unreasonable thing to say?
You already said you were going to report him to the cops.
Because he's saying he's going to fuck with my property. That was the threat. The threat was, I'm going to fuck with your property. That's the first threat. I had not threatened him in any way before that. I'm going to
he didn't really say that. He said, I'm going to commit property damage.
He said I'm going to commit property damage and theft. How is that not a threat? What are you talking about?
Because he's joking.
I don't know that he's joking. All I can say is...
So you're joking about reporting him to the cops, but he's not joking.
Let's be clear. If it's a
like
joke...
you're bluffing.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit back and forth because both of you have huge egos.
Okay,
That's it.
So then
like all of this and all the stuff you're saying, and Riley's side, it's just all lies. Because it's an ego. It's a pissing contest.
If you want to believe it's equal and both me and Riley are equally at fault, that's fine. Riley threatened to fuck with my property. I threatened
no one believes
to
that.
Call the cops.
And no one believes that.
Then it's equal. Okay, I can accept that. Both of us fucked up.
What is your accepting, though?
I can accept that both of us fucked up, that it was wrong for Riley to threaten me with property damage.
No, I didn't say that. I said he's joking. So you keep twisting everything.
So then if it's... Hold on.
Yeah.
So it's okay that he was joking, right?
What do you mean, okay? It's jokes.
Okay.
I think it's okay that you say you're going to fuck kids?
Hold on. Is it within bounds for him, because it's a joke, to say he's going to fuck with my property? It's like, don't take it seriously.
Who are you saying don't take it seriously?
Me. You're saying don't take it seriously. It's Riley.
I told you to not. I told you that verbatim. Stop taking it seriously. It's a joke.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop wigging out.
Absolutely. So I tell Riley I'm going to send his whatever to the Texas cops.
I don't think you're joking.
So, okay. Well, why?
Because you're trying to make him stop and you're terrified.
I don't understand why. So with Riley, he can say whatever he wants, and it's all a goof, and he's not actually going to do it.
I think he's obviously
else.
joking. He's saying shit like pig's blood and all this stuff, and you're saying directly, I'm going to.
And you thought I'm seriously going to call the cops? It's not a joke. Like whatever.
Yeah,
else.
I think you're ready to call. I think you've definitely threatened to call the police multiple times, and I think you might actually file a restraining order. If you come on my
property, I will absolutely. And if you keep saying you're going to come on my property, I have to get a restraining order.
Are you joking or not?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. But
he's definitely joking about committing property theft.
You assume he's definitely joking. Like, why do I have to assume that?
Well, the audience assumes too.
That's fine. Okay, the audience can be on Riley's side. I don't want anyone on my property.
So the only person that matters is their opinion is you.
Yes. In my world...
That's the definition of people who got trolled and just...
Fantastic. In my world... The only
Oink,
opinion.
oink, you snitching pig. Shut up. Oink, oink.
Eric July wins, by the way, if you do this.
Another weird
Eric July wins if I make fun of you?
Yes. Eric July is
Eric
definitely
July
winning.
wins if you prove you're an unstable individual who attacks the property of like random fucking people.
You're not my friend. You're not a random person.
It's interesting that you went
you're
friend
not the
to
arbiter
random
of
person.
Insanity.
Well, 'cause we're clearly
It's not
not friends
insanity
at
to
this
make fun of
point.
you.
We're not friends, and if you come to my property, you will be on camera. I will send all that footage to whatever Texas court is handling your whatever the fuck it is.
You're a celebrity,
Okay.
so go ahead and try it. I'm going to be doing
I
a live
don't
stream.
want to be a celebrity. I don't give a shit,
I don't care
Riley.
what you want.
I don't want you fucking with my property, and I will make sure you go to jail for it if you do.
You will not succeed at that.
Yeah, you definitely won't.
Well, what am I going to do? Not give the surveillance footage? I'll post it online. It's going to be all over YouTube, and everyone's going to see you're fucking insane.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And then it's
from
going to
you.
go,
That's
and then I'm
hilarious.
going to send it, and you're going to be Aaron Imholt right now.
I'm Aaron
Okay?
Imholt?
Yes.
You have such a warped view of yourself.
Riley, I have no desire to send you to prison.
You
Leave
are
me
Baba
alone.
Booey.
Yes.
You don't affect me.
I
I'm
am
Benji.
Baba Booey.
Okay?
Absolutely.
You're Baba Booey.
Yes.
Retard.
That's fine. I don't want you to go to prison, so don't come fuck with my property.
I will be at your house whenever I want to be at your house,
There
and
you
I will
go.
film in front of it because
All
you're
right.
a public figure.
That's it.
You're a
I'll be
celebrity
at your
in
house
Los
whenever
Angeles,
I want to be at your
California.
house, and that's how
Yeah,
I am.
sure.
So
Come
he's
if
coming
you
to
want
my
to film in
house.
front of my house.
Yeah,
sure.
you said
Correct.
he could. You invited him.
No, I didn't.
You said you could come on the street. That's fine. Do
Yes,
it.
be on the street. That's not my house.
Yeah, it is.
I don't consider it my house. Be on the street. I don't consider that my house.
Yeah, because you need it to. You need what he's saying to be a threat. So you're like making it
I
seem
need him to
worse
be on
than
the
it
street.
is.
That's it. Be on the street.
No one says I'm going to come to the street in front of your house. They say I'm going to come to your house.
The way my house is if you're on the street, you're not in front of my house. So you can be on the street.
That's very odd because almost everyone else's house touches the street.
Not ones that have driveways.
Yeah, my house has a driveway.
That's not. I mean, it's a.
I mean,
park
it's
area. Stay on the street. I'm comfortable with you being on the street.
You're definitely misrepresenting what he says to your benefit. Whether
He
what
said
he's-
I'm coming to your house, and I
Yeah.
think that means I'm going to be in front of your house.
which is totally legal.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's
You
legal
mean
to be
in
on the
front of your
street.
house? In front of your house, like
If he's
at
in
the
front of the
door?
it's private property.
no, it's not. You're allowed to go.
Whoa.
Oh, hang on. Shit, I gotta hang on. Don't say it.
Okay.
Let me kill something else here. We went so long that I already deleted.
You
a
already
couple things,
deleted a
but hang
bunch.
on,
That thing
hang
is
on,
too
hang on.
full.
Yeah, that's all right. I just made some room. Okay. Sorry, we're back.
Okay. In front of the door.
If you come to the door, I can say, get off my property.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Or if I take out a restraining order ahead of time because you've said you're going to come to my property and fuck with me, then you can just be trespassed.
Are you
by
joking
the
about
cops.
that now, or are you telling the truth? Are you being serious?
I need to figure out what Riley's saying. He's saying a lot of stuff in the Discord right now, and if what he's saying in the Discord is I will absolutely be on Vito's or private property in order to film some video,
Which he hasn't said.
he's putting. He won't say that he's not doing it. And again,
Neither will I. I mean, so what? Am I getting a restraining order too? I haven't compulsively said I'm not coming to your property.
He has said he's coming to my house.
Right.
He says he wants to commit property damage and theft. You can keep saying, "Oh, that's a joke."
It is.
Okay, it's also enough to get a restraining order.
You are mistaken, but I encourage you to bring in the transcript or
You think
post it
going
of
to
that.
the cops with a audio recording of "I'm going to commit property damage and theft" would not be enough to get a restraining order on Riley?
How do you think restraining orders work?
I think you prove that a guy intends to
Walk me through it, the whole process. Have you
think-
done it?
No.
Okay, walk me through what you think it is.
I think I go to the cops with evidence of a guy who wants to break into my house, and I
Mm-hmm.
give them that evidence, or has claimed he wants to break into my house, and I go, I don't know if this is a joke or not, but
Right.
I'm taking it seriously, and I'm hoping I can get some sort of restraining order.
And then what happens?
I got to go to like a judge or something. What?
Well, I mean, you're the one that's getting restraining orders on the internet. What do you think it is?
I will look up the process.
Okay.
I think that would have to be granted by a judge, right? Am I-
Absolutely.
Probably
Yeah.
a judge.
Yeah.
So I would have to go.
And
through
they
a
will say,
process.
"Do you know this guy? How do you know him?
What's the
What did you say?
relationship?
What's the relationship?" And Riley's going to be there to defend it.
That's cool. And he can if he wants to defend all this to a court and say that's a joke. That's a joke. Me saying I'm going to commit property
And it'll
damage
have to be
theft
the
is a
judge-
joke, and the
Yeah.
judge can decide.
Going like,
And it's going to be a family court, so it's going to be full of, domestic violence victims, families, stuff like that.
So I probably can't get a restraining order very quickly, but I can tell you
how long will it take, do you think?
maybe months. I don't know. Regardless, if he comes on my property, I'll tell him you need to leave, and if he doesn't leave, I will call the cops.
What if people who have experience with this would think the restraining order is laughable?
Okay.
What then?
What do you mean, what then?
What if they're laughing and saying, what a stupid thing to think would happen, that an internet beef would get a restraining order?
I don't know.
You just don't know?
No, I don't know what would happen in that situation.
What would be the result of that? Everyone, you're walking out, Riley's wearing a cape, obviously. Restraining order dismissed. Then what?
If I look like a fool because I... Okay, I'll look like a fool. I look like a fool right now. I don't care.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Do you have something else to say? Were you going to threaten me again?
I will absolutely threaten you. If you damage my property, if you throw blood, which
If I damage your garbages? Oh, the Carrie joke went over your head, movie reviewer?
Doesn't matter if it's a joke. When I show it to the cops, they're going to go, that doesn't sound like a joke.
Doesn't matter if it's a
That's
joke.
a threat. You
Holy
said it's
shit.
a threat.
Okay,
You said it's a
pedophile.
threat.
All right, fuck some more kids,
Call me
pig.
when... Riley, you will go to jail. I'm trying to save your fucking life, and you don't care.
Genuinely?
I will send all that footage to the fucking
I
authorities.
genuinely think Riley will end up...
I know you need a win over me, and I'm giving you one.
I know.
Okay? You
I
win.
don't know, man.
Leave me the fuck alone.
If he thinks it's okay to go on private property...
Is that
then,
it? Is that all you have to say?
He's fucked.
What else do you want?
Nothing. You couldn't have given me better, dude. Goodbye.
Okay, and then it's a whole day's worth of DMs. Well, this has been a long episode. Any closing thoughts?
I'm satisfied with how this has ended.
Is it ended?
I think so, yeah.
I think it should be.
I think we've exhausted this. Riley might come to my street and hang out on my street and film something in a cape, and he can do that. And if he stays
We don't want him to do that, though, right?
I don't want... yeah, sure. I don't want him to fuck around, but, you know, he has the legal right to. And if he stays on the street, there's no problem.
I don't want him to do that in front of my house.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody at my house.
I don't want any... I don't... Here's what I would say to anybody who's associated with the show or not, is don't do that to Dick. Don't do that to Sean. And I'm okay with saying that.
I don't want you saying that, though,
I
because
know
then they're going to do it just to fuck you over because you're snitching.
Well, I don't understand.
I don't want them coming to my house just to fuck you
Regardless, here's the other thing I'm going to say. Last episode of Biggest Problem was incredible.
It was great.
I had a ton of fun last night selling magic cards.
Oh, you did? On Whatnot?
Yeah. And I realized last night I was having a ton of fun selling magic cards. I've been, have the comics looking great. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just happy with life.
Okay.
If everybody's got to, hate me and think I'm an idiot and I'm a loser, like, that's okay. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm having fun.
Okay.
And I don't feel like a loser. I really don't.
Well,
look, I think in a month or something, like
that's the thing is I do think it's temporary.
I am one of the biggest offenders in my own life of being a prisoner of the moment. Believe me, I can blow something out of proportion in my mind.
And I did like that happened to me. Yeah.
It really isn't that big a thing to me. Like, there's going to be some people who are going to want to fuck with you forever, but that's not good. I honestly don't think that's the majority of people, because really, when it gets right down to it, most people don't care that much.
Yeah.
I'm going to say...
They just don't.
I'm going to say I think there's like a 99% chance that Riley will stay off my property. And if anything, I think this thing about me being like, listen, this is a hard line, is me saying this, again, to people who might hear Riley saying he's going to fuck with me. Like, other people, other fans of the show go, oh, that's fun, that's part of the show. So
I get it.
I think that message might be directed at other people and not Riley. And I'm trying... If anything, the reason I keep repeating it to Riley is I kind of, in a perfect world, Riley would tell everybody... Listen, this isn't part of the show. Obviously, fans of the show don't. He's not going to do that. I get it.
I don't even understand what are you saying?
I'm saying that, like, I hope
that Riley will finish the de-escalation. Right?
Well,
hey, guys.
It's hard when someone threatens to send you to prison. It's really hard to de-escalate.
Well, it's really hard when someone says they're going to fuck with my property.
That's way, way lesser than saying I'm going to send you to prison on a real case.
But you won't go to... No one's going to prison as long as you don't do anything illegal. Just don't do anything illegal, and no one's going to prison. Okay?
I don't think you understand. It's weird that you're Italian and you don't understand how serious threats are.
Well, the threats against me, I do take seriously, so I issued threats in return. Again, as Sean says, in the heat of the moment, a guy calls me up screaming. Him and his girlfriend screaming. This autistic girl going. Blah, 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 blah. And I go,
the mint stuff. It's tough to hear, man.
I really feel for if
only you hadn't threatened him with prison.
Out of all of this,
I'm gonna choose to blame some of the people in this room.
I deeply apologize that Riley.
That I don't forgive.
I'm gonna take your Funko Pops.
If I see a short man in a cape
off one by one.
I
with
see
a bucket of pig's blood.
Riley and Mint as Will Smith and his wife, as everybody is having fun, and then she gives him this look. And
now you're calling him a cuck?
Now he's got to go slap Chris Rock. He has to make it happen.
You are Chris Rock.
I'm Chris Rock. Yeah, exactly. Okay. He has to come slap me so the lady will leave him the fuck alone.
And now you threaten. Look at they're feeding you into a wood chipper.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Look,
it's you feeding yourself into the wood chipper. Do you see that?
I know. This is one of these things where, you get heated. Obviously, look, I'll say this. I get heated when people make threats against my property. I do get really, that's a sore spot for me.
Man's property is.
It is a sore spot for me.
Property is.
And genuinely,
drugs are dirty business.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell people. All I can say is, I think there's a 99% chance Riley will not come onto my property. If he does, I just have to have this firm.
I was sure of that before I heard you threaten him with sending him into jail.
Well, okay. So there was a threat.
It's 50-50.
Now there's another threat, and if he comes onto my property, I have to do what I have to do, and I'll do it to anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. Right. If you're listening to this and you think it's part of the show and you think it's a bit, it's not.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. But I'm
telling anyone who tries to do it that the cops will be called, and
then nothing will happen. I mean, it's LA.
Why are you? Okay.
Because you keep threatening. It's like, what's the point of the threat? I'm telling you, you're threatening people that will antagonize them, and nothing's going to happen.
Dick thinks the cops won't do anything. I think the police. I'm in a nicer area, and I think
it's never happened to you before. People coming to your house, has it?
People have come to my house. Absolutely, they've taken pictures and put them on Kiwi Farms.
And what happened to those people?
Well, I wasn't there to catch them in the act, but if I'm there and you're on surveillance camera, someone came to your house, you have them on surveillance camera.
Many people.
Yeah. And do you not hold on to those?
What's the point?
You post them online, you shame them, whatever else. Okay.
I mean, not really shame. It's like, you did this.
You've never called the cops for any of that?
Only the guy who sent me, he kept coming. He was off his meds. And I said, hey, if you do this again, I'm going to call the cops because it's over and over again. It's too much.
And then he did do it again, and you did call the cops.
Is he a listener?
Yeah, he was a listener, and then he got back on his meds. He came
no boundary issue.
He was just tweaking, man. Yeah. But just because he kept doing it over and over.
All I can say is one of these situations where, I got really heated. I get really heated about these kind of. I don't know if they're jokes or what, but they sound like threats, and I don't like it.
Okay. And, all right.
But again, I'm having a lot of fun, and I just want the show to.
We need friends though to make the show good. We need audience needs to like it.
Okay, but
Hebitude has to like being in there.
Sure, but
you threatened to call the cops. People don't like that.
If we need to have friends on the show, I'm going to say that if you want to be my friend, you really can't threaten my property.
See, I
can't be your friend at that point.
You're gaslighting people. Right
I'm not.
Now.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm dead
yes,
serious.
you are. Yes, you are. You're gaslighting people. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Why?
Because all the people who are rejecting you right now and saying and distancing themselves, like Frog Tony, Ripoffverse, EVS, Katie did, Mint and Riley, none of those people, none of them. Leave off Mint and Riley because it's going to make you fucking get into repeat mode. Mm-hmm. Katie did, Ripoffverse, Hebitude, all these people are very fun, talented people, and they're all distancing themselves. And has nothing to do with any of them wanting to go to your property or thinking it's cool to go to your property. They're all just singing and going, you are fucking up big time. I can't be around this.
Okay. Well, I can't.
You can't stop fucking up?
I can't accept the idea that I can't be upset when someone threatens my property. If people can't understand my mentality there, then
nobody can.
Okay, then I have no...
Because the way you're phrasing it is not reality.
Then my friends are not going to be internet friends. I have real-life friends. I have other friends. But I don't need internet friends who tell me it's okay for Riley to say he's going to damage your property.
Yeah, exactly. He's just not... I mean, the worst part about being online and broadcasting is that you got to really listen, and you're not.
I'm happy doing the show with you, and if I got to lose a bunch of internet friends
we'll lose
Riley...
money. The show will definitely get less support.
That's fine.
and
but
people
I need to
attack you a lot more online.
That's fine. I'm staying. I'm just hanging out with my online friends. And if the idea is that, well, Vito,
I think you should really look at like talking to somebody.
No,
because the way you're repeating yourself constantly is alarming. Personally, after this recording shit, I will never talk to you on the phone again. After this call recording shit, because I got to protect myself from that kind of thing.
If you don't threaten me, like, what do you mean? I recorded a call because a guy threatened me.
I just said flat out. That's not my policy. And there's a lot of people who are going to feel the same way.
Okay, well, if you don't threaten me, I have no reason to record the call. I've never recorded a call before.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's we can both exist in that world. But that's the world.
Okay.
All right, everybody. It's a good one. Patreon.com/The Dick Show. Dick.show. I'll see you next Tuesday. Is Riley here? Does Riley want to call in? Oh, Riley, you fucking pussy.
Presenting.
Get Riley, get in here. Riley, you got exactly 30 seconds.
Presenting.
All right.
Oh, he's going to respond soon, he says.
It's all right. I've said my piece.
All right.
Stay off my property.
Farewell. Good luck.
I'm happy.
You seem it.
Thank you.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya. Thank you.